Harmon, my man Harmon, he's hilarious. He's wonderful. He's not me on Facebook anymore. Thank God. He was scaring me with that because he was so good at it.
Yeah.
Comedy Writers Guild.
Comedy Writers Guild.
It's a motherfucking Comedy Writers Guild.
Who's ready to fuck bitches and get funny? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Harmon back again with another amazing week at the Comedy Writers Guild. Thank you all for coming back here. Man, look at all of you in the chats. Bunch of fucking assholes. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Looking forward to this roast event that we have going on January 3rd. A lot of you that are in the chats are going to be a part of that. If you're not a part of that, be sure to check it out. That is coming January 3rd. Same time that we do every Thursday at 9 p.m. And yeah, for those of you that are new here, my name is Harmon. And as always, I have my amazing co-host, Travis Wayne.
All right, so normally during the introduction part, I just do like a funny gesture or like threaten you with a knife or something. But today I have a bit of an important announcement. I want to get it off my chest right away. You guys might be noticing that tonight I am not wearing my CWG attire. Oh yeah, you can also see my filthy mess of a desk in the background. But anyway, this is due to the fact that a combination of stress eating and a little bit of premature holiday cheer have unfortunately made me slightly too fat to wear my CWG shirt. So what I want you guys as an audience to do about that, I want you to bully me. I want you to harass me. I want you to fat shame me. I want you to use the highest degree of anti-fat bigotry until I get into the CWG group and post a picture of me on a scale that says a number that is 170 or less. Thank you. Back to you, Harmon.
Man, I'm so ashamed of you, Travis.
You should be.
What a fat bitch.
I know.
And I refuse to send you another shirt, bro.
You
all
shouldn't.
right.
I don't
until you get down to 170. And you know, it's a good way to do that, Travis, by going out there and drinking some Topo Chico, bro. You know, I'm gonna crack me open a nice Topo Chico. Speaking of crack, I used to smoke crack, guys. You know that, but I no longer do. I just crack open a nice, cold, refreshing Topo Chico. The unofficial sponsor of Comedy Writers Guild. All right, guys, time to fat shame Travis and time to get down to what this podcast is all about. So how it works is we'll start off with a joke setup or a concept, and it is your job to deliver the funniest punchline in the comments. You'll have 15 minutes to submit your answers. Meanwhile, we'll try our best to keep you entertained with our hilarious and spontaneous banter on topics of conversation that just happen to naturally arise. So tonight is the night. You guys love it. Once a month, we actually do not do joke concepts. We do memes. So this is a special caption this episode. So Travis, if you will toss up the first picture on the screen, please.
Ba-bam.
What do you guys think about that? All right. So you guys got 15 minutes. Travis is going to be keeping an eye on the clock and only give them, Travis, they've been acting up. Only give them 15 minutes. That's it. Do not spoil them.
Will do.
Thank you. And yeah, so that brings us to our special guest. I've been looking forward to having this guy on. A hilarious guy, very funny. You know him from his numerous Kill Tony appearances. Actually, he was just out at Skankfest as well. I'm looking forward to hearing about that. And this guy is just doing comedy everywhere, man. And you might know him, you might not, but let's get to know him. Tonight we have Mike Eaton.
Hello, it's me. Good
Oh,
to see you
dude.
guys.
Hey, thanks for coming on the podcast, brother.
Absolutely, man. It's great to be here. I'm glad it worked out. It's tough doing these at nighttime because nighttime's comedy time, baby. But every now and then I have a night where I'm not on stage, and glad to share this one with y'all.
Well, I appreciate that.
Drink
So
it.
tonight is a comedy night because you're on here. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
You're just like living, eating, breathing comedy, man. What do you have going on right now? You want to talk about like future events or what's going on?
Yeah, so I just had a very fun run that I'm on the tail end of here. Last Thursday, I was opening for Are You Garbage in Atlanta at the Buckhead Theater. And so Are You Garbage live show, and then Colin Tyrrell showed up and was on that as well. So it was a good time. And then we flew down to New Orleans from Atlanta and had Skankfest. And that was really cool. I ended up having just kind of a cool thing work out where on Friday, I was the first person to go on stage because all the rooms were running behind, and I was opening the Creek and the Cave room, and we started first. And then on Sunday, right before the goddamn comedy jam to end the festival, I was just hanging out in the Creek room, and my buddy that was running the room was putting me up to fill in a gap. And then he switched a couple people around so that I could go last. So I technically started and ended the festival,
Oh,
which was
damn.
pretty cool. And then I left Monday and flew to LA and spent the day working and writing. And then Tuesday night, I battled at the Comedy Store in the West Coast RBL playoffs. So in the first round, I went against Avery Dower, the MVP of the Bay Area, and I beat him. And then in the second round, I went against Ryan Neeson, the MVP from LA and one of the best battlers out there, and I lost. So Ryan is now headed to Austin to go into the tournament of 8 playoffs. I now finished technically ninth overall for the season, but ninth in the world for roast battles, not bad. For a guy that only had a couple of battles placed this year. And then I left Wednesday, and then yesterday I was in San Diego for the WRBL playoffs. So I was the commissioner of the minor leagues of the roast battle this year. And it's called WRBL because I made a joke when we were naming it that it should be that like the WNBA. But just name it that because it's
Roast Battle
a
League,
dick move.
RBL.
Yeah, yeah, so the RBL is Roast Battle League, so we call it the minor leagues the WRBL. And so there were 8 cities in that league this year, and we took the finalists and we had a couple of tournaments. And so last night, the winner of the tournament got to move their whole city up to the main league with the other 24 cities because Sydney, Australia has dropped down to the WRBL for next league. So it kind of runs like soccer, and it's so funny how much just it's so like gay that we do all of this for roast battle. There's like fucking sports and points, but it's also really cool. And last night was very fun to see. And New Orleans ended up pulling off the victory. Crockett McElvin was a very funny guy. Was able to pull off the win last night, and so his city's moving up. And that was just a really cool time. And then today I am in Phoenix. I flew here, and I've got a gig for Whole Hecklers tomorrow morning, which is a golf comedy thing that I do where we roast golfers during their backswing to raise money for charities.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I saw that. That's
man,
awesome.
it's the best. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and then tomorrow after the event, I fly back to Austin, and I have a few days off. And then the beginning of December, I'm doing an East Coast run with the Are You Garbage guys, doing Raleigh, Baltimore, Richmond, and Charlotte, I think. But yeah, so it's good stuff. And then I start the year off next year. I'm headlining South Bend, Indiana, in the beginning of January, so that'll be cool. And then I'm sure I got more stuff, but that's all I can remember right now.
Jesus, dude. Okay. Let me go back and thank you one more time for being on here. You are fucking
Yeah.
busy, bro.
Yeah, man. I like to stay busy, and I think honestly, I can remember times where I haven't been busy, and so it's when I can be, I'm very grateful for it. I think it's one of the lessons you have to learn in comedy is how to balance that because you do burn out,
Oh yeah.
and you see so many people that quit comedy and get out of it and draw back because they just burn out too hard, and it's a infuriating and frustrating business, and the real bummer of it is that you when you start you think it matters how funny you are and how important the most important thing in the world is just crushing, and the longer you do it the less you realize or more you realize how little the funny part of it matters. Really, you don't even have to be the funniest person in the world if you can do one of these other things, and that the route that you have to take if you're just focusing on being really funny is going to take a really long time. It's just there's no overnight successes when you're going for a merit-based career. And that's I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's the only one I got. I'm not smart enough to do any of the other shit, so I just work on doing jokes. And so if I can stay busy and I can go to more cities and I can go more places and keep writing new jokes and always have new funny things to say for people, then uh, I'm doing comedy not to make money or to be famous. I'm doing comedy because I love stand-up comedy. So being busy fucking rules. I
Yeah.
like doing it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that, or else it was a joke. So, did you grow up a minority? Really?
No, no, it's a joke. I grew up.
Okay.
Uh, my dad, from when I was probably around 10 to about 20, was pretty rich, on the upper end of upper middle class, and did very well. And then the 2008, mortgage economy crashed, and he was a lawyer that dealt specifically in one of those sectors. And then his business kind of dried up, and
Mhm.
things just kind of went downhill from there. And so I had a very, very privileged upbringing, and I think like someone had a cool car go by,
Yeah,
but
that was
I think
my
like the reason I
neighbor's. Yeah.
hell yeah. The reason I usually bring it up is because I feel like a lot of people that have grown up like comfortable or had easy stuff like that are like ashamed of it or don't talk about it. And it's like, dude, I had no control over it. Like I didn't pick for my parents to have money, and like it definitely afforded me some cool stuff. And I had some great privileges. And like if I was a normal adult, like a normal regular brained human being that had tried to go do a job and a family and stuff, I would have been set for life from just fucking nepotism from just the people that like my dad knows from the law world. Like if I had been able to figure out college and go and get a law degree, absolutely, I would have had an amazing life, and it would have been through no real work of my own except for doing those things. But that just wasn't the route for me. But like, yeah, I'm definitely not that way now. I definitely have to do all this
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. It's tough being an adult, you know. Um,
Yeah. I
I
tell
do
people
have
all
a
the time,
question.
it's like I for sure peaked because it's like no matter what, even if I go on incredible vacations and have amazing meals and all this stuff, when I have an amazing time now, it's still my fucking money.
Yeah,
It's like, God damn it.
exactly. I do have a question for you because as you
Yeah.
heard in the beginning, we're doing a roast battle on the 3rd. It'll be our
Yeah.
3rd official roast battle. But this one's gonna be like our biggest event. So
Nice.
comedy writers
how does it work? So what did
so
y'all do, like 5 jokes each or traditional format or
well, we were gonna do 5 jokes each, but a lot of people joined. So we
uh-huh.
knocked it down to 3 jokes each. And then
Cool.
it's kinda like this to where it's gonna be live like this, but the main people are gonna be the ones on the screen, and, they're going back and forth, and then the audience is gonna vote. It's just like a roast battle, but online, you
Yeah.
know? And this is a way like Comedy Writers Guild brings people together that don't necessarily have the option to go out and hit mics. Like maybe they live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Sure.
And so it just brings comedy to you. So like that being said, I've never been in an official roast battle. How do you prepare for that? Is it a lot of like do you know who you're going against? Do you contact them, try to like learn stuff about them? How do you get your material?
Yeah, so that's it's a question I get a lot from people, and so I also run the Roast Battle Dallas chapter. I drive up there because it's just a 3-hour drive. I'm from up there, They needed a city, they needed that one, and there's a huge market online for roast battle fans in DFW. So I've been building that over the last year with Jay Light, the season 2 roast battle guy, and so he's a very funny dude from LA. He's actually from Colleyville, which is close to where I'm from, so we run that together, which is pretty cool. But uh, so for opponents, generally for a larger scale, higher profile battle, you have a minimum of a month. So like this battle that I was doing, I had about a month and a half notice that I was going to be writing for Ryan, Avery, and Dakota because it was a 2 battle night. And I was going to go against Avery and then the winner of Ryan versus Dakota. So I had to have jokes for all 3. And so that was like a long notice. I've taken battles on 24-hour notice and I've taken battles on a week notice. So it kind of varies and how early you get notified, just kind of depending on the city and the status of the battle. There's a lot of people that drop out. It's comedy. There's always
Yeah.
flakes and always people getting booked for stuff. And for better or for worse, roast battle is kind of a silly comedy gimmick. It's not just straight up comedy. And like all non straight up comedy things, plenty of comedians look down on it. Magic
Yeah.
comedy, musical comedy, prop comedy, any of the stuff that's not just standing up there with a microphone and talking, people that just stand with a microphone and talk will shit on. So um, people cancel for it all the time. So being ready at last notice is a good thing, and having those quick writing skills. In terms of information, everybody that I battle, I share information with. I have a note in my notes app that just says roast battle info. And I tell them like, hey, nothing's off limits. Anything you see online is you're welcome to talk about. If you have any questions, I'll happily answer. But here are, 35 facts about me that are usually things that people write about. Here's the embarrassing stuff, have at it. And most battlers do that as well because it's that exchanging of information is what makes it good. Too many people get caught up in this wanting to win roast battle and they forget that it's a dance with a partner. You are not, even if you go up there and just absolutely fucking dominate somebody, it's not going to do any of that thing more for your career than if you go up there and have a great battle with someone else who's also really good and then you come out on top, or it's a tie, or it goes to one extra joke. Me and Avery had probably the battle of the night on Tuesday at the store, and we'd exchanged a bunch of information, and it was so good because we both wrote really heavy hitting jokes, and we both went for the jugular and really went there. Avery Dower, comedy out of the Bay Area, very funny guy, has cerebral palsy. So like I called him a cripple a bunch and said a bunch of very ableist slurs. And Avery called me fat and gay and dumb and all the great things. Like, and it's just so fun. And that's the chess match is like, hey, here's all the information about me. But if you're a good comic, your material should be talking about some of this stuff. You should know what's funny about you. You should know what's funny about your life. So it's a really good explorative process for going into just traditional stand up because you learn about you, what's funny. You hear things from other people about yourself that you never connected that are very funny. And it makes for a better rounding of your comedic skills. And it's also staying in the moment. One thing that I tend to excel at is that in the moment stuff and the rebuttals and off the cuff. Because if you listen to what people are saying and you see how it's responding, like you can write a joke in the moment that'll crush. And I ended up, me and Avery's battle went amazing, and the judges wanted one more joke from us, and so Avery told his joke, and it was something about me being too fat to buy, just 2 seats on an airline. I have to buy the whole plane. And I just said, man, that's a lot coming from a carry-on. And just having that in the moment of just calling a crippled guy a carry-on, it's not the most brilliant joke in the world, but it's enough in the moment and relative that it's like I instantly won the battle on that alone because the room went ape shit because it was a rebuttal. And so like
Yeah.
that's a big part of the writing is knowing where people are going to come from and then being in the moment to be able to listen and flip it back at them. So um, definitely exchanging information, definitely knowing your opponents, talking with them. I do not recommend sharing jokes beforehand. I think that comedians are bad actors for 90% of the time, and you're just not going to be able to be authentic with your reaction to the joke. And if you have a canned response that you can tell that you wrote that, it's the timing. People can tell. The
Yeah.
audiences are very smart and very dumb at the same time. And this, if it doesn't pass the smell test, they'll fucking know, and you won't get shit for it. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick, Travis, I think you're going through your headphones because you're muting your mic, but we're still hearing you type.
Interesting. All right, let me
Yeah,
see if I can fix that.
if you can fix that. Yeah, because you were kind of typing over him talking, but it's all good. Yeah, thank you for that insight, man, because that's what I encouraged everybody to do. So I made like a group chat because, of course, we're doing it online. So I made a group chat
Hmm.
with everybody in it. I said, "Here's who you are linked up with." We got a couple new people that have never been a part of it. Some new people that are in the comments tonight, and dude, we got everything. We got a couple cripple guys in there. Even worse, we have a guy from Australia in there. Um,
Amazing. Dude, they're great roasters because they're just naturally bantery people.
yeah,
Australians all give each other shit and they all write cunts and all that good stuff. They're fun people
yeah,
to roast battle. They've got a rich scene. Tokyo surprisingly has an amazing roast battle scene. I would
really.
have never guessed. I My racism thinks of the Japanese as very polite and demure, and
Yeah.
they're those bombs really turned them nuclear. They're fucking good.
I know for a fact that Chinese people do not hold back whatsoever. Like even just in polite conversation, "Oh, good to meet you. You looking so fat today."
Yeah,
Travis speaks Chinese, so he would know.
hell
Yeah,
yeah. I speak fake Chinese.
yeah.
I, it's surprisingly good. I had a joke that I used to do about speaking fake Chinese, and because I would just speak it on "don't ya," and it sounds enough real that people would believe it. I'm just making it up. I posted it on TikTok, and I had a bunch of people that were like, "I know he's speaking Mandarin, but I can't pick up what dialect." And it's like, no, it is pure garbage, my dude.
That
That's fun.
that's
That is
funny
my
because
brain hitting shuffle.
the first two syllables you said, like bullshit, that means how much. So you were kind of onto something there.
Pretty close. Yeah, it's autism coming back. I listen to enough Jackie Chan Avengers and Yumo Gwegwe finds out stuck in my head.
All right. So, one question that I ask everybody that comes on, because pretty much everybody has a different response, and that's the beauty
Yeah.
of comedy. What does your creative writing process look like for you?
Oh man. Uh there's a couple ways that I do it. So for roast battle, it's very different from stand up. My process for roast battle is I take all of their information that they've given me and I stare at it and I think the meanest things about it. And I like to pretend that I'm with one of my friends at a bar and I'm looking over at that person and making fun of them to my friend.
Okay.
And like what would I say there? And that generally, because like I've always been kind of that way. I just like making fun of people. And it's this is the thing though is I also like it. I like being made fun of. When people give it back, like I'm a fat guy and my last name is Eaton. Like I've heard every variation of can't stop eating, always eating,
Yeah.
Mike be eaten. My fucking Instagram and Mike is Eaton.
Yeah.
Like it's like I get the joke. I know I'm fat and I'm cool with it, but it makes me really happy when someone hits it in a new way. And like, uh, one of my favorite jokes of all time, it was I used to have bleached hair, and Michael Schertzer wrote, Mike. And this is also true. I worked for John McCain in high school. He says Mike worked with John McCain and loved it so much he transitioned to Megan McCain, and it's such a clever and succinct and well written joke, and it just made me laugh. And so like that's my process for roast jokes is that, and then I hone them down and I say them out loud. I generally only run them by really 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 good people. Is one of the dangers of roast jokes is when you run it by normal people or bad comics that they will just get in your head about stuff, and then you start overthinking it and you can really overthink a roast joke.
Dude,
you
that
know
goes with
re-
any jokes. If you if you're gonna tell anybody a joke, make sure it's a comic that you respect, and because they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that was great," or they're gonna give constructive criticism. But if you just tell it to somebody who's, you know, let's just say not that great, they're just gonna, like you said, that's a good way to put it. Get in your head. They're gonna be like, "Oh no," they're gonna want to transfer it to like something that they would say. And it's like, yeah,
if
that's
they've never
cool.
made you laugh so hard that it hurts, then you should not respect their opinion on comedy.
I agree.
That's my thought process on
Yeah.
it. Is like you can have your opinions and we can all wax philosophical and say things, But like until someone has made me laugh really hard, I don't know if they know shit about comedy. But my writing process for normal stand up, I'm one of those annoying people that writes on stage. So I just when I'm up there, I will come up with a premise. I keep those in a notes app, and then when I have a show, I don't really get to do many mics anymore. I just don't have the time to really sign up and get to them. So what that means is that my bar shows and lighter attended shows become my workout shows.
Okay.
And generally on like a headlining weekend, night shows, late night shows are fun because people have had more drinks and you can be a little looser with it. And at this point in time, I have about 80 minutes of material. So I have enough that I have 40 that's really good, like really good, can take this anywhere in the country. It's PG-13 to R, but it's really good comedy. So I know that I've got that. So any chunk of that I can use and then try new stuff in the middle of. So that's my process for trying stuff out. And then when you get in a rhythm with these people, I mean, there's just a flow state that you get into with comedy when you're truly connected with a group. And there will be moments where that's not very useful because the things you say are only funny in the moment. But I can't tell you how many times I've found new tags just not wanting to let a moment end and like making someone laugh something. And then I see a new angle in the moment. Uh,
Hmm.
my number one thing is no matter what, every single time I record audio of my set, my voice memos app and my phone is my most prized possession. I mean, like I pay $12 a month or whatever for iPhone's cloud storage
Mhm.
specifically to back up my voice memos. That's like fucking 40 gigs at this point. But it's so important to me because I after I record that, I listen back to my set and how the way that the microphone works on these phones, if you aim it towards the crowd, it'll pick up their laughter, but it's not going to sweeten it by any means, and it's not going to feel like it did in the room. And like I've had sets where I was like, man, I just fucking murdered that, and then you listen back to it and you're like, well, you did good. You didn't do
Yeah.
great. You did good. Let's learn from that. And uh, bombing to me is the most painful and uncomfortable experience on the planet, and the panic that goes into my body and the way that my brain tries to handle that is to make them laugh. My source in comedy, both of my parents were big workaholics. They divorced when I was 2. So they both were always at work. And so when they were home, I had to get their attention and they're tired and they're working 80 hours a week and things are tough. So I had to do something. And so I became a class clown and kind of an attention whore at a pretty early age. And so that's pretty deeply seated in me. So now when I'm on stage and it's not doing well, I'm immediately 5 years old trying to get my mom's attention again. And I'm turn it
Yeah.
on, and that is a place that I can write a lot of comedy from. And so it's difficult to trigger that same emotional response away from the stage. But the other place that I find myself writing quite a bit of my material, and again, this is not for everyone. I have and have been diagnosed not on TikTok, but by a medical professional, ADHD. I have a very severe ADHD,
Same.
and so my brain pops around to a lot of places, and the benefit of that is that it makes strange connections between unrelated topics and is a very perfect brain for stand up. And the fact that most of my life I've been zoning out and not listening to people and then had to zone back in and hear the last 3 words and guess what the whole thing was about, and I picked up that skill. That's really amazing for being on stage and responding to people, and that's really amazing for when I've learned how to read people's facial cues and stuff because of all the anxiety going on in my head. And now that works really great for comedy. So that helps. But so for me, um, if I am driving a long distance, which happens a lot because of road gigs, and I have a good podcast on with comfortable voices, then my brain will just doop and it can wander. And I can't tell you how many times it's just I remembered a story from something that happened and thought, man, I never thought about this angle of it. I never considered how funny this piece of it is. And it's just the little free word association. And then I'll be, it's kind of scary when you're like, man, I haven't looked at the road in 30 minutes, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but that's you're pure gold. And many times I will find myself fully visualizing myself on stage saying the thing and the timing and the beats of it, and then get a joke from there. So my process isn't ever to just sit down with the joke and go, all right,
Yeah.
be funny. Um, roast battle, I kind of have to do that where I just stare at a person, so be funny about them. And for writing gigs where people pay to write for stuff or they have a specific event that you're writing for, that process, you can just sit down and kind of try and brainstorm jokes around that. But I think that's pretty straightforward and covered. But in terms of where my actual real material and like all my big breakthroughs has come from, it's that distracted thinking or from being on stage and then listening back to it.
Yeah, no, that's great. I actually had the same thing going on. I'm diagnosed ADHD as well. And everything that you were just explaining is exactly what my brain does. I'm that guy that makes the weird connections and all that. So I totally relate to that, man. And you don't think it's important to also like video record yourself and look back at that, at your mannerisms and all that?
I think that is important. I think that one of the dangers of doing that is that you start clip farming. And it's just like if you are so focused on uh, how your face presents and what your hand movements are and all this stuff, like um, I think it's just easy to get caught up in too much when you do video. I have video of a lot of sets and I've watched video back, but like I I probably did like a 6 month stint where I videoed every set instead of just audio, and it was fine. But more than anything, like I video is such a giant medium, and the lighting and all the other fucking things matter so much that
Yeah.
it really opens up a Pandora's box that I don't want to get into, and it becomes um you gotta have a tripod, you gotta have something. Like, if you just put your phone leaned up on a fucking table, you're not gonna get much good out of that.
Nah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I can't tell you how many times I've had someone knock it over or sit in front of it, or there's a conversation happening next to it. There's just so many ways to ruin it and so many things that can go wrong. But if I take my phone up on stage with me and I open up voice record, I hit record and set it on the stool, nobody can fuck with that. I think that if you've got feedback, like if you're performing regularly, you should have people around you that can be honest with you. If you watch every famous A-list comedian that's fallen off and every single big awesome hero that you've watched people hate in the comments and talk about how shitty they've become, it's because at some point you stop allowing people to critique you or to tell you what's going wrong. And at some point people become so famous that if you're just performing for your fans, you can get away with saying some dog shit that you could never say to people that don't know you, because you don't have to earn the right anymore, so you have instant credibility with them. But when you're in this like stage of career where you don't have a bunch of people coming out to see you and don't know who you are, you got to make strangers laugh, and that's much harder to do. And you got to turn strangers into fans. And once you get into having fans, and you don't have anybody that can tell you that, hey man, that sucks. Like, that's very much pandering to the people that like you. Like, you got
Yeah.
to have that feedback. And so, like, if you don't have friends around you, like, first get a group of people. From years 2 to 6 in comedy, you should be meeting your best friends in comedy. You should be hanging out with them and uh, going to mics constantly, carpooling, making trips, going to other cities. Jesus had to leave town to get heard is a statement I heard a lot very early in comedy. It's like, your city will always remember you how you started. It doesn't matter how good you fucking get, unless you become stupid Kill Tony famous in Austin. Austin will remember you how they saw you at your first mic there. So, it's important. Like, you see a lot of people that have to move cities to find success in a career for it, but moving around, going out and doing shit tons of mics with your friends is the greatest fucking thing you can do in comedy. And they should be telling you, hey man, you do this weird thing with your hands, or like, you got to aim your face up. Like, there's some just basic shit where you should hold the microphone. Your facial expressions are a giant part of comedy. You should be making them. But if you're making facial expressions instead of telling jokes,
Yeah.
you suck. Yeah. So like, uh, you can accentuate comedy by adding stuff to it, but before you start working on going from being a 96 out of 100 to being a 98, you should at least make it to the 50 part.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a really really great 5 minute set that crushes, and then we can say, oh well, what can we add to this 5 minute set to make it murder. And then when you've got a murderous 5 minute set, let's get 10. Now let's get 15, let's get 25, let's get a great half hour so that you can feature for anybody in the world. Like,
Yeah.
no matter how big you are, you'll never be the biggest person in comedy. So you should always have a very strong, short, and medium set. And you should be working on those. And then you have your headliner set, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's my
Well,
long-winded answer on that.
dude, I was not expecting all this wisdom, bro. You're just dropping knowledge tonight. I really appreciate that. That's what Comedy Writers Guild's all about and what we're wanting, dude. So I'm gonna leave you with this. What is your favorite joke that you've written, or the one that gets the biggest pop?
Oh man. So my favorite joke that I've written and the ones that get the biggest pop are different. I have a couple of biggest pop's tough. I have a uh 10-minute story that I used to close on that now I use in like the middle for headlining sets. That's about a tattoo I got on Xanax, and there's a big reveal in that joke that's 8.5 minutes in, that is a callback to something that's about 2 to 3 minutes in. And the way that it wraps the big bow together, because there's two callbacks in it that happen. There's one that goes from something I say in the first minute and a half, that gets called back around minute 3. And in the middle of minute 3, in that callback, another piece drops that I call back at the end. And just that, um, structurally, I'm very proud of myself for writing,
Yeah.
and really proud of the way that I worked it out and developed and found those pieces just in the story itself by telling it so many times. Um, that is for me a great litmus test of where I am at and where the crowd is at. Like, I can tell you it's a bad room if I don't get a laugh on that part, because I've done it enough now that I know something's going on if they're not laughing here. Either there's a
Yeah.
TV behind me with a sports game on, or I accidentally said something terrible about the city, or they're dumb and not paying attention, or something's going on here. And I mean, that's also why it's good to have your audio recording. You listen back and be like, oh man, the ambient noise in there is fucking dog shit or whatever. But so that joke I'm most proud of. But the structurally, I think my favorite joke though, my mom's sister, my great aunt, died of Alzheimer's. And towards the end, she was just all goofball in the brain and just hardly there. And all of the ladies at her memory care unit were like that. And something about dementia just makes you super horny. And so all these old ladies would hit on me. And I have a joke about throat fucking a woman with a stoma, like the little hole they cut out, um, while visiting my great aunt with Alzheimer's, after she calls one of her caretakers the N word. And it's just it's just like a, yeah, man, I mean, it's just a crazy thing. And like some of it is based on some things that really happened. And the real thing that happened in my life is I went to go see my Aunt Jean, and I'm in there, and she was always, I mean, just completely dead-eyed staring at the wall. And her caretaker walks in, that's this big black woman, to hand some new sheets and just change some things out. And my great Aunt Jean leans up in her bed and turns over to me and goes, Mikey, will you get that hard R out of here? And I'm just like,
Shit.
she doesn't even normally speak. Why did she pick me? Why did she remember my name? Like, does racism cure it? Like, what the fuck? And it was just like, I was mortified. And I'm just like looking at this poor lady, like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, baby, they all say it. And I was like, oh my God, you know? But it was such a crazy moment where, like, in the moment, I remember being mortified and embarrassed, and then later being like, "That's so fucking funny."
Yeah.
And the throat fucking piece was just a lot of my earlier writing was a lot more vulgar and
Yeah.
was just seeing what I could get away with. But that joke, what I really like about it is I've had on multiple occasions people come up to me after they've heard it and say, "Hey, my grandma, my mom, my dad, my sister, whoever passed away from Alzheimer's, and I haven't been able to laugh about it since, and that made me laugh." And it's just like that fills a piece of my heart, because it's like, could you ever imagine talking about throat fucking a dementia woman and coming in her throat and it going out her nose, and then stealing a Werther's and saying that series of words, and then having someone come up with tears in their eyes and say thank you for making my grandma's death better? It's like, what kind of fucking bizarro simulation do we live in? But it's
Stealing
true.
the
I mean, like,
Werther's.
Yeah, it's just like that. There's something to all of the cruelest, darkest, and hardest parts of life. That's why comedy's important. That's
Yeah.
why we have a natural inclination to do it. That's why it's been bred genetically. That's why women find it attractive. Like
Yeah.
all things that women find attractive have a basis in evolution and through society and physicality. Of course, it's good for be big, strong, keep you safe from jaguars and predators and all that stuff, but also being funny, being something you can be around and being able to mend your soul when it's broken. Like that's a huge piece of attraction and it's a viable and big part of just the human experience. And so if you're going to turn that into a career, like you have to be able to address and broach these big broad scale topics. And like one advice that I was given pretty early on that I give to all new writers is to look at the things in your life that were the most embarrassing. If you can just call back and think of the times that you've been ashamed and when was the last time you blushed and why did you blush? All those are the human experiences and those are the things that are powerful to talk about. Like that's why a lot of my material is about sex and drugs and some of the crazier things I've done because it's those moments that are so raw and human that making those fun and funny is a great way to relate to people and things that may not be entirely relatable.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Now,
man. I love that.
I do have one question that I wanted to ask
Mhm.
you. So, what goes through your head moments before you go diving off of the cliff of saying that Harriet Tubman was a human trafficker?
Excitement. It's a giddy anticipation. I really love that joke. It's probably my simplest. It's a bummer that the Kill Tony format is only a minute because the
Yeah.
joke is a 3 minute joke and it deserves the time. But uh, it I love taking something like that, and what I really look forward to is that joke specifically. Um, if you are a Southern white, you're gonna laugh just straight off bat. You're just gonna go, "Ha, that's funny." If you are a Southern minority, specifically black, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna go, "That's fucking stupid." Very funny. If you are an uptight Northern white, you're gonna go, "No," and you start to see like in these demographic breakdowns, the only people that ever get mad at that joke are white women. And it makes me laugh so hard to see white women get upset at that and know that one, I'm right. I'm at comedy. I'm saying the funny thing. And I know describing her that way, I'm about to tell you why it's even better. And I know I have all this up my sleeve that I'm about to say some even wilder shit about it that you can't help but agree with. And that the overall, if you look at the joke as a whole and what I'm really saying, Harriet Tubman saved fewer people than I thought. It's just a surprising fact to learn because our knowledge and the way that we're taught things is not always representative of numbers. Her impact was not just about her number, it was about the part of society that she represented. So she was an important and powerful person, and her number was only this many people, and that's how big of an impact she's had. And because of that, the way that they have bastardized her reputation to try and represent her and to honor her is a failing of the government because of that lack of education. That's actually what the joke is about.
Yeah.
When I say they wanted to put her on the $20 bill and that it's rude as hell because she had to have her dad buy her mom out of slavery for $20 when she was working for the Union Army, I'm laughing at how terrible that is. And
Yeah.
I'm pointing that
Yeah.
out. And the uptight white women that want to yell at me for it, it's like, I'm right. You are doing a performative thing where you're saying you shouldn't say that. But if you'd listen,
Yeah.
you're part of what this joke is about. You dumb fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
if you were
love
educated. And so that's when I know that I'm about to say that joke. I've thought about all of that stuff because I've listened back and I've had the joke that I say when I say I used to ask how many people and the guy in Kansas said too many. That's a real fucking thing that happened. I was opening for Uncle Laser in Wichita, Kansas, and I started the Harriet Tubman joke, and a guy goes, "Too many." It's like, no fucking way. That rips. And like the girl raising her hand, it wasn't actually in San Francisco. It was somewhere it was actually Oklahoma City. But she raised her hand to answer and she had a bunch of armpit hair. And I went, gross, put it down. Like it's a real thing that happened. But but now, that from that joke being that was a sentence written in there that I did in Batavia, Illinois, opening for Jonathan Kite because he dared me because I was looking at my joke notes and I go, man, I don't know what the fuck this is. It just says Harriet Tubman only saved 70 people. And he goes, just go out there and say it. That's pretty funny. And like, that's how it started. And so it's cool to
That's
see that
great.
a sentence has turned into 3 minutes from stuff that's happened and from talking about it and from listening back to it. So like what goes through my mind when I'm telling that joke, that one's tight. I know where that one's going. So I'm excited to tell that one because it's
Yeah.
like if you don't like it, you're wrong. And if you do like it, you're about to have a really fun thing you can say at work on Monday.
I'm gonna
Depending
try
on
it at
where
work
you work.
tomorrow. Yeah.
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 But I'm in the
Yeah,
South, so I'm good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. Yeah, I'm in the north, so I got to be careful. I got those white women that you're talking about all around me.
They're
That
interesting ladies.
yeah, yeah, they're
I have
very
a joke about duck rape, where I act out a girl duck getting raped. And the big reveal at the end. I hope nobody goes to my shows after seeing this and it ruins the joke. But uh, girl ducks have a corkscrew vagina because ducks rape so often, and they are able to send the duck sperm into false passageways in their corkscrew, so that if they're raped and they don't want to get pregnant, they cannot get pregnant. And so I have a whole big joke leading up and explaining all that information. And I go, that's pretty crazy. The craziest part is that's how most US senators believe a human woman's vagina works. And it's so fun to watch the way that people's bodies change at that punchline because a lot of the very right-leaning people are just like, haha, rape is funny, and they're so on board with that. And then I call out their senators and they're like, what, hey. And then
dude.
you see a bunch of women that were like, rape's never funny, you shouldn't joke about rape. Go, oh my god. You're like, yeah, bitch, this is for you too.
Travis, were you just pointing at me?
I was pointing at Kayla Howard, who said a rape joke could never be funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I was just thinking because I talk about that all the time. I don't really do political jokes because, like, trust me, I have plenty of them, but I don't just like put them out there because I don't really have a stance on politics. I'm not left, right, neither. I think it should all just burn down and start over. But when I do a good joke, when I do put it out there, I always want one side to start off thinking that like I'm one of them. And then
Mhm.
by the end of it, I want them to be like, "Wait, no, he's one of them." Or no, I'm
Mhm.
actually confused right now. So like that's the whole beauty and the art form of comedy is like just taking people on this ride. So
Dude, 100%. There's a joke that I do that always has surprised me by the response. And the joke is that I would like to be elected president. And the first thing that I'm doing is now all Ubers, Lyft, all rideshare services of any kind for women are now completely free. Every single ride that a woman takes is now free. And in exchange for this, they don't drive anymore. So it's like, hey, look, you were doing a bad job. The experiment's over. You just get to be driven around. And every single time, women clap and cheer. They love it. They don't want to drive either. And it's just like that does my soul so good because I wrote it thinking, I can't really tell this. It's too misogynistic because it is just punching down on women. But then you say it and women cheer for it. And you're like, let's fucking go.
that's
Yes.
surprising.
All
That's
right,
surprising.
ladies, you rule.
Yeah.
But that's why you got to
That's
do jokes for everybody, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of doing jokes for everybody, I didn't let everybody in the comments know tonight, but you actually said you would volunteer to pick the winner for tonight's first meme.
Yes,
Yes.
this is of the goofball cowboy.
Yes. So you remember
Yeah.
that image. Okay. So,
Oh, I do. I wrote one.
okay.
I just if I was making this to me, it would just say Yeem Hall. That's all I want. Just Yeehaw spelled wrong. It just makes me real. I love the simplicity of it.
I love
Minor misspellings attributed to people with cognitive disabilities will always make me laugh.
yeah.
Just Perner Burner, just all of those. They're fucking great.
I love it.
Let's see what the crowd has. I'm sure they got something better.
All right, let's find out.
Let's see.
So The first joke comes from a Mr. Cole Burner. And Cole said, I challenge you to a drool.
Very
Okay.
good.
That was
Very
good.
good. I
Next,
like that a lot.
yeah. Next, we have Tony Klein. I think I read that Tony Klein is actually Bacon in disguise. So either Tony or Bacon said, boot scootin' boogers.
Okay.
And next we have once again Cole Burner. Cole said, the first cowboy to blow bubbles in his milk.
It's a fun visual.
Yeah. And next we have Tony / Bacon again, and they said, save a horse, ride a retard.
I love the word. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
You
it
can't
is
go
great.
wrong.
Yeah.
Although I did use that word profusely at an open mic in Nashville, and they got upset at me for it. But
Oh man, I did a show in fucking Cleveland and it was a great show. And the guy before me was a very funny comic and he was a black guy talking about having a son with autism. And I started off my set by saying, man, that's got to be difficult because you can't even like run away when you go out to get smokes. Because you say, I'm going to go out to get smokes. He goes, actually, Father, you have 17 left in the carton. It's like, this is a big giggle. And then I was talking about women with Down syndrome doing OnlyFans, and they have all these AI Down syndrome chicks with giant asses.
Mhm.
And I was like, now that's retarded. You know, like that's upsetting. Like don't give me the final boss of Butterface. You can't show me this just
Yeah.
amazing ass and then turn around. It's like now I'm retarded. I feel like a bad person. And
Yeah.
so I didn't think it was a big deal. And then after the show, one of these guys came up to me and goes, I can't believe you just said that after a man with a son with a disability went on stage. And I thought he was joking. And I went, ooh, my bad. And then he went, fuck you, and walked out of the room. It was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was the most perfect time to say that.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like listen. Here's the deal with the word. You're allowed to have opinions on it. You're allowed to get mad about it. You should never interrupt the show for it. And it's not a problem unless you're telling them I said it. If you're going up to people and going, Mike keeps saying retard, stop telling them. That's so mean. They
Yeah.
don't know. They're not at the show. I wouldn't say it to them.
Right. There's nothing wrong with it.
Stop being a snitch.
Are you cool with like people like punching up one of your jokes?
Yeah, I always take tags. That final boss of Butterface, Elliot Giroux out of Cleveland was featuring for me in or hosting for me in Akron the night that I did that, and he gave me a tag that I wanted to try. So I tried it on that set where I said retard.
Well,
But yeah, I love that.
Earlier in this conversation, you were talking about your aunt with dementia and how she used the hard R towards the lady. And I thought you were going somewhere with it. Because when you told the lady, like, I'm so sorry, right? What if you were like, I'm so sorry, but you gotta fucking leave? Like you like made her leave because your aunt said that?
So I do say that in the joke.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I was telling you guys that. Yeah, but that's you nailed it. That's exactly that.
I'm sorry for putting your joke out there then.
No, you're fine. You're perfect. I don't mind at all. But that is what in the joke. She goes, Mikey, can you get that N word out of here? And I'm like, oh yeah, does racism curse Alzheimer's? And I gotta look at this part later. Like, I'm so sorry. You got to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, then I'm so sorry because that's where I thought you were going with it, but you just didn't want to give your jokes away.
Yeah, no, I don't mind at all. I was telling the behind the scenes of it, but I would not any intentional hiding there.
While we're on the subject, if I was telling the joke, I would probably tag it with, and you know I'm a big boy because I went for the Werthers and not the Perks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it was either of us two, especially from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I would have went for
immediately going for the Perks. Yeah.
These days I'm going for the Werthers. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
I'm fuck it. Free Perks. I'll never turn it down.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Yeah. If you don't think I fished around in that purse a little longer. Yeah, I settled for a Werther's.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
work
What else? What do you got for captions? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, empty balls, not empty hands.
Yeah. Go ahead, Travis.
All right. So next up we have Kyle Yamkowski. And Yemi said, the guy that wants to show you his collection of 1987 Playboys. Next we
Yes.
have AK, Alex Krieg, and AK said, the look you give someone when they say they have cowboy strength.
Okay.
Very good.
It's a bit of a thinker.
I can see all of these doing numbers on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh yeah, like
Dude, we got some funny people in here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. These are all like 100%. Like what I'm doing when you're saying these, I'm just picturing the white text with a black outline pasted over the photo. And I each of these I can think of which specifically of my friends would send that version. You know?
Yeah.
Next we have Lindsay Campbell. And Lindsay said, oh wait, no, she was just saying hi.
Her submission is hi.
People love her. She got enough reactions to be read just by saying hi. Hi, Lindsay.
That rules.
That would be funny over the picture, though, if it just said hi.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect you up fucking message to send.
Well, she said, hey, players, but she misspelled players a little bit, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, next one I have, once again, Cole Burner. And Cole said, when you ride your horse to the drugstore to get your 5th COVID booster. And next, oh, this is a name I haven't seen before. Newbie OG. And Newbie said, that's AK when he shaves his beard. A little young for AK.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And next we have Amanda Burns. And Amanda Burns said, Western Cole, asking if you've seen his baseball.
Yeah, Mike doesn't know who Cole is.
It's a bit of an inside joke, but trust us, it's funny. Let's see. That might have been it. Nope. Next we have... Okay, well, this might be a... This is from Jacob Offender D. Legal, and he said, man, I really thought Jelly Roll and Bunny would have made a cuter baby.
Okay.
Not bad.
And
oh, you saw you saw Offender's fight, didn't you?
I did.
No, Mike.
At Skankfest?
Yeah.
I was not watching the fights. I'll be honest with you guys. Skankfest it's the best festival I've ever been to in my entire life, but I think I saw like 6 things outside of the stuff I was on.
Okay.
New Orleans is my favorite city in the world, and it has the best food ever. So I was going around with. It's also, dude, Skankfest is like fucking summer camp for comics because like we're all out on the road and we're all traveling, but like you're never all at one place at one time. You know, when I go to New York, I was just there, a month ago, and I got to see 10 of my 30 friends there. And when I'm in LA, I get to see 5 of my 30 friends there. And, when you're in a city, it's not always a guarantee that the people you know and like are going to be around. But then when you have 400 of all of the best and your most favorite people all at one festival, and it's in the best city in the world, it's,
Oh, yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So no, I did not get to see it, but I'm sure it was great. I heard all the fights were amazing. I know Uncle Laser fought Jason Ellis.
Yes. Yep.
And I heard that went super awesome. I was surprised Laser made it 2 rounds because Jason's a fucking monster.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Yeah.
All right, is that it, Travis?
That was it.
My vote on that, the first one, that brevity is the soul of wit, and I challenge you to a drool, is perfect, hilarious. It's exactly what I was saying before, like slight misspelling, play on duel, drool, all that. That's my vote for sure.
I gotcha. So the person who said that, Cole Burner, he mentioned, and tell me if you want to go back on that now, Cole. He said that he's a little bit busy with something at the moment, so if he wins, go with 2nd place. So do you have a 2nd place winner?
There was another one that I liked.
Do you want me to read them all off again?
Just it was like fire? Right after. It was right after that one, I believe.
Yeah. What was the second one?
Boot Scootin' Boogers.
Nah, it was right.
What was the one after that?
That again was Cole. There was another one, Save a Horse, Ride a Retard.
I'm fine with that winning. I mean, that's silly. I feel like there was one. What was
Yeah,
the other one from Cole?
there was.
Because that one's it's gonna bug me if I don't hear the thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the other one from Cole is the first cowboy to blow bubbles in his milk.
That was the other one I liked. I like the bubbles imagery. Save a horse, ride a retard.
There was one more, I believe.
You want me to just rapid fire all of them real quick?
Yes, please do that.
Okay. All right, so we have Kyle Yankowski. He said, the guy that wants to show you his collection of 1987 Playboys. We have AK, the look you give someone when they say they have cowboy strength.
That might have been it. That was it for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then we have Cole again, when you ride your horse to the drugstore and you get your 5th COVID booster. We have Amanda Burns, Western Cole asking if you've seen his baseball. And we have... Oh, this is
yeah, let's just do cowboy strength. I like cowboy strength.
I like cowboy strength too.
That's a fun way of saying it without saying it.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. Got a lot of knowledge from you. I know everybody's just eating that up because we have a lot of people kind of on the fence. You know, we want them to go out there and at least hit an open mic.
Yeah, do comedy. You got to do comedy. Doing it online is great, and it will help your writing, and it will help you improve. There's no substitute for the real thing. Nothing will ever change. That you have to go out. You have to have a microphone. You have to be on stage. You have to be in front of people you don't know. That's the only way to do it. That feedback is invaluable. You owe it to yourself. If you died tomorrow, you would know at least that you tried. You know, it's nothing in life is guaranteed, and it's so scary and so fun. And every single person that's made it in stand-up comedy is delusional, and you have to be, because when you start, you suck. And if you go up there and you suck, congrats. That's your first step. It's not going to be as bad as you think, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good as you think. And people might laugh, but you may not even know why. And there's all sorts of accidental incompetence that happens all the time. But you owe it to yourself, if you think you're funny, to get on stage and try to be funny.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Love it. Thanks again for coming on, man. And I heard you're going to be in Baltimore. If you're in Baltimore, yes, I might try to come out and see that because that's near me.
I believe December 3rd at the Baltimore Soundstage. It's a weekday.
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
I believe so.
Yeah. All right, I'll try.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll get in.
Nah, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Take care.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, Travis, you sent that link?
I will now. Yeah, just didn't want to get him on here prematurely.
And who was that? Tony Klein?
No, that was AK.
Oh, that was AK.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Sweet. While Travis is working on that, if you guys wouldn't mind, before AK comes on, go and share this. You know, share it to all your friends. Share it to your great aunts that have dementia.
Share it to that bitch you like, but she won't talk to you. She'll talk to you after this.
She will.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure of it.
She'll be like, damn, they got fucking Topo Chicos on this podcast. I gotta suck this motherfucker's dick.
2 different flavors?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of flavor.
What's up?
Hey, I'm sorry. What's up, guys? For some reason, my phone doesn't work in... Oh, it doesn't work in a landscape mode anymore. So it puts these borders on the side of my interview or something, doesn't it?
I apologize. What's up?
We'll live.
Oh, it's saying... Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, my phone, for some reason, it doesn't work in landscape anymore when Jitsi comes on. It just shows like a blank screen on my screen. So I have to turn it to landscape to see you guys, but then it puts a border on the side of mine.
No, I think that if you turn it now it'll work.
Let's see here. No, it still
Hey,
just shows like an icon, but I know on the screen it looks better for you guys. So I'll just not, should I not see whatever you guys are doing or
I
No, it's
mean,
what's going
fine.
on?
two
You can
tiny
change
gray
it.
bars aren't going to break the podcast.
Right on. It's all right. So yeah, that's good. Good technical stuff. What's up, guys?
Yeah, man. So you talked about cowboy strength, huh?
I
That was a good one.
Well,
was trying. I was
let's
trying to
not
work
be
ways around it. You know.
let's not be
Sorry.
total cowboys about running the podcast. We have
Oh,
another.
true. All right, Travis, pop that second one up on the screen for him.
Ba-bam! And let me get it off of AK's face.
Yeah, make it nice and big for him for a few seconds, and
Yeah.
then shrink it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There
if
we
you
go.
guys could go ahead and share the podcast. Oh
Oh
yeah,
wow.
this one. This one's great. AK, you can't see it.
I could see it on my computer screen.
Oh yeah.
Damn, who is that a mix with? That's like Diddy and somebody. Oh, it's Charlie Kirk and Diddy or something, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Oh
let
my
that guy
God.
fly my plane.
Oh man. Yeah, what I do is I just like scroll Facebook, and then like if I see just a strange picture, I save it. And then when it comes time to where we do the caption this episodes, I just go back through all the pictures that I looked at and I pick the best ones.
Oh, that's pretty good. I can't think of anything right now. I can't look at it without like
I
busting
know.
into laughter.
Dude, it's so bad. It looks so good though. Whoever fucking photoshopped that, it looks
Oh
great.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, who he looks like almost like somebody else, but maybe it'll come to me.
Yeah. Last time you were on the podcast, we talked about Terrence McKenna, we talked about mushrooms, we talked about I'm blanking on his name right now.
Paul Stamets.
Yeah, Paul Stamets.
Yeah, and his mentor Michael Bugh, who's like just a super humble guy, so he's not interested in any sort of celebrity dome. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he's got to be somebody if he's Paul Stamets like mentor.
Well, he's a chemistry professor, perhaps at a Evergreen State College, which is the college over here.
Okay.
Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, went there, and Kramer. But you know,
Well,
that's where Michael Bugh is a chemistry professor there. So people who go through there, like Paul Stamets, I mean, I can't think of a better college to study, you know, mycelium than there in different kinds. But it's so they learn from him in the at least in the chemistry part, I believe. So, and that's what I'm kind of learning. Everything comes down to is chemistry. Like you just like keep researching these different, you know, mycelium, whether it's like animal senses, whether it's the way trees communicate with each other, it all gets down to chemistry. And then there's an endless field, you know? So it's like,
yeah.
it's kind of ominous. But.
Yeah. Something that I learned is I thought it was pretty interesting so if you have a mother that has two children, like say she had twins and she breastfeed both of them, right? And she always breastfeeds one on the left tit and the other on the right tit. If one happens to have a cold, her breast milk will look different because her breast will actually feed the child the type of like you know, nutrients that it needs to help them get over that cold. And I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah, that's wild. We're adapted to fight off anything that comes our way for the most part, except for mismatched diseases like diabetes, cancers, things that we created ourselves, you know, and I mean, the individual might have inherited it from their genetics, but humans created that upon ourselves. If that makes sense, you know? But yeah, things like there's so many cool facts, things like that are, you know, where it's just almost seems magical that we were built this way, or animals were built, you know. For instance, butterflies, you wonder why they're not just plucked out of the air constantly by birds, because they whimsically flop around. You could watch them go wherever. They're colorful. It's because they're all fucking toxic. They've
Oh,
all
really?
adapted to be, yeah. So you'd think they'd be the easiest things to eat, right?
True.
But they're all toxic. Learned a catfish is from whiskers to tail is a tongue. So if you anything that touches a catfish anywhere on its body, it's tasting you.
No shit.
Yeah, just little fun facts like that. But
I love fun facts like that.
here's a fun one. Everybody likes dogs. So a dog. I was talking to Talmadge about this last night, but a dog, when it sniffs, if you notice, it sniffs when it's smelling something, it sniffs rapidly, but it never sniffs like humans do, where when we smell something, we take a long, deep inhale.
Mhm.
Dogs will take a long exhale at the end of it. So those slits in the sides of the dog's noses are trapping the chemicals that are the scents that they're looking for. So as they exhale, they're exhaling carbon dioxide, but those scents are getting trapped and recycled back into their nose. So they could probably actually smell better as they're breathing out, if that makes sense, as they're exhaling.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but the rapidness is both exhale and inhale. They're taking in the scents,
I thought my dog was just being cute.
No, but that's why, like, at the end of it, they'll give like a long exhale. They're actually just like getting the last little
Yeah,
bit
they
of
always
all
go
the
like
scents they want. Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually how I wake my daughter up in the morning. Like, no joke.
Oh,
I
my
go over to her and I start acting like I'm the dog and I like play
Yeah.
around with her. And she always thinks
Oh,
it's
that's
funny.
cute.
It's like the only way to not make her act like an asshole when she wakes up is just like me sniffing her like a dog and like being playful with her.
Getting her to giggle first thing.
Yeah. If you get
Yeah,
your
that's
kids to
perfect.
giggle first thing in the morning, you're on the right path. But if you wake them
I
up and
agree.
you're like, "Hey, we gotta go," and they're like, "Oh," then you're in for a rude morning.
Well, my dad could have used some of that advice when he was dumping water on me.
Oh my god.
It
Jeez.
worked, but yeah, there was a bit of a contention for first half of the day.
Yeah. Dude, my girl is like autistic. Well, let's put it this way, she just took a test, so we'll see if she's actually autistic. But she doesn't get like regular social cues. And so she'll come in. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. And the way she wakes me up like every morning really, but really on the weekends because I wake up because of an alarm during the weekdays, but on the weekends she'll just start talking to me. Just like talking like we were already having a conversation and I'm dead asleep. So I'm like jolted awake and I'm like, "Huh?" And all confused, don't know what's going on. And she's one of those people that rips open blinds early in the morning and shit. And we have like those
Yeah.
blackout curtains. So it goes from
Okay, yeah.
pitch dark to all of a sudden the sun's just smacking me in the fucking face. And yeah, it irritates. Dude, I wish she would just sniff me like a dog.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Day after day after day from an adult. Like, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but
She's gonna listen to this tomorrow too. She's gonna be like, "You fucking dickhead." Hopefully she starts sniffing me like a dog. I'm into that.
I mean, you're dropping a less than subtle hint right now.
Yeah.
yeah, that whole
That's cool.
thing it's cute, but it's also the reason why I quit inviting my dog to do cocaine with me. Just a couple $100 of snow just blowing across the room. I'm like, dude, you
Yeah.
can't have it.
Well, if we just learned anything, if it's any consolation, then at least your dog is still taking in the scent of that cocaine as it's wafting away from existence.
Yeah, dogs do cocaine. They get more of an effect from the cocaine blowing it off the table than they do actually sniffing it.
I know it got to be a problem.
It could be a physical effect sometimes if the owner freaks out on him.
Dude, I had this one dog one time. His name was Charlie. I fucking loved him. He's the only dog that I ever personally had. He was like a silky terrier, which is kind of like a bigger Yorkie. and I rescued him because my mom had a dog daycare at the time. So I like rescued the dog, but I'm like full blown addict at the time. I used to put him in a book bag and fucking ride my bike around and shit. And so you just see this like junky looking dude with a fucking Yorkie in his book bag. And anyway, I was doing mushrooms with my boy one time, and I gave him a little. His name was Charlie. I gave him a little piece of mushroom. I was like, "Here you go, Charlie." And so, so yeah, my bad. What is it? It was over 10 years ago, so I think I'm safe.
Dun dun
Yeah, he's
dun.
zooming in on me. But he was like kind of retarded. The dog, he definitely had cowboy strength, if you know what I mean. And
Right.
So he is very slow, and I'm tripping on mushrooms, and he just starts going to the bathroom, like over to my buddy's house. I'm at my buddy's house. He's going to the bathroom, and he's like barking at the tub. He's just barking and barking. I'm like, yo, I only gave him like a little cap. There's no way he's just tripping so hard he's barking at the bathtub. Then he went to the toilet upstairs, started barking at it. Then he went in the kitchen and started barking at the sink. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it took me a while to realize that this motherfucker wasn't retarded. He was trying to tell me, hey, bitch, we've been here for hours. You're tripping your balls off. You never gave me a bowl of water. So he was thirsty as hell, just going to every source of water that he knew, like, burr, burr. And
Oh man.
dude, I felt so bad. My boy had this big ass bowl, and I filled it up with water, put it on the ground, and this dog drank all of it. I like laid down with him and cuddled with him. I was like, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm like scratching behind his ears.
Oh, that's good, man. That's a good dog.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
smart. I didn't think he was smart, but he was smart in that
Mhm.
at that time.
You know, have you ever known, out of all the dogs you've known, family, friends, ones you've owned, have you ever known two dogs with the exact same personality?
I don't think so.
I
Me
would be the
neither.
person to know this because I know more dogs than the average person because my family owns a dog daycare.
Right. Think about every single dog that came through here. How diverse like the personalities in dogs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's
Right.
more diversity in personalities amongst dogs because I can name like 500 people that are exactly the same.
Mhm.
So dogs aren't NPCs. That's what we're figuring out.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Cats too,
Look,
honestly.
they have a pack mentality, but they still remain individuals within the pack, where people start off as individuals, but then get, developed into a pack mentality and all kind of become the same thing, which is it's kind of interesting. They're almost like more intuitive than most people.
It's because
Yeah.
we don't have dog politics. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
dogs create their own politics and like their two-party political system, it's all over. They'll all have the same personalities.
Once you have a different cult to pick,
Yeah.
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 then whichever cult is just ran by the beefiest motherfucker around.
Yeah. Just a bulldog. Just like a short, stout bulldog that claims he's 6 foot something.
Had to be a Frenchie or something.
Yeah, Frenchies, dude. Frenchies have the coolest personalities, dude.
They were like the new, after pit bulls just became too numerous, they were the new trendy breeder thing that came about,
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, they're expensive as hell though.
Yeah, I think that's probably why too. They probably were easy. They're tiny, so they're easy to keep, that kind of thing, and a few $1,000 a piece.
My sister was actually just watching a Frenchie. I just met him, dude. Look how fucking cute this dude is.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
That's a cute dog, all right.
Dude.
I mean,
They
Oh
get
my God.
health problems though. Like I had an ex that had a few French bulldogs, and one of them just one day just happy little puppy running around being cute, all energetic. Next day wakes up in a pool of blood, dead.
What?
Yeah.
Parvo?
I don't know.
Hmm.
She was very upset. I didn't dig for details.
What the fuck? Yeah,
That
my
Yeah,
sister
that's rough.
just went on vacation down to, well, she went down south and she was like 10 hours away heading back, and she got a call. Her dog was at their daycare, and her dog got bloat all of a sudden, where like the stomach flips and all that. And dogs die from that like almost immediately. And so my dad had to rush go, and my dad's not a dog guy, had to put the dog in the car, take him to the vet. They had to do immediate surgery on him. And yeah. So my
Do
sister
you
had to
have?
pay
Do you
all this
live?
money. Yeah, he lived. He's yep, this just happened. So like we've never had a
Oh,
dog
wow.
had bloat ever. And we've had dogs our entire lives. And yeah, I was surprised. We thought he was gonna die.
That's scary shit, man. I mean, I just live for my kids. This year, my son is living with his mom during school, so they come over at least on the weekends. But for the most part, it's just me and my dog here, and yeah, that's some rough stuff to think
Do you
about.
have a do you have a big
She's looking
dog?
at me too. No, she's a medium size, 35 pound about, but
Okay. I think
she's a
it happens
trooper.
more in big dogs.
Yeah, she's got some age bubbles now. So what happened was I got injured and I've dealt with some stuff and so I didn't walk or do much and neither did she. And I have this one picture of her where she's just like she's looking at me, but you can see everything out the side of her foot. She's just way overweight. And so I started walking again and then now she could jog again. And but she has these little bubbles, two bubbles on her, but they're fat bubbles. Thankfully, they're so gross that you could flip one of them around and everything. And
Yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
since we've been getting out more, that one that you can flip around is deflated. It's like an empty. It's like an implant that drained or something that ruptured. You know what I mean? It's this
Yeah.
weird feeling.
It's like a 60-year-old's titties that got breast implants when she was 25.
Well, those if they don't rupture, I don't want to talk about people, but um, Cole would want to talk about it because it has to do with baseball. I'll just put it that much. I'll put it that way.
Oh, if it has to do with baseball, get them the fuck out of here, Trav. Yeah, but
Yeah,
actually,
that's fucked up. By the way, you guys give me the trickiest fucking one, but yeah, we could talk about that some other time. Get to the jokes
with what?
with the battle with Cole.
Oh yeah. You're going against Cole, dude.
Yeah, not only is he deadly, but it's like an obstacle course figuring out because Cole will want you to come at him hard, but like, will the internet?
Yeah, true. You got a sticky one, man, for sure.
hmm
Yeah.
But anyways, it'll be fun.
Yeah, dude. Well, if we don't see you until then, which I doubt it because you make it on a lot, we will see you January 3rd, man.
Right on.
All
Yeah,
right,
see you
brother.
guys then.
Later.
Peace.
Later.
All right. That was AK, everybody.
Damn sure.
Yep. And Travis has it up on the screen. Travis, what do we have as far as joke concepts go? Or, I'm sorry,
Jokes.
punchlines.
I would be able to tell you a little bit sooner if it didn't keep like knocking me out of the page every time my phone gets turned off.
I see Pickle Rick's in here. I doubt he'll make it on.
Let's find out. All right, let's see. From the top, first one we have is Cole Burner. And Cole said, "Did he preparing to do his next college tour?"
Oh, shit.
That'd be nice.
Cole, you got to stop being so fucking funny, dude, if you can't make it in here.
He hasn't got back to me yet, but he just said for the first round he might be good after this.
Okay, because he said he's on a podcast right now. I was like, dude, double it up, man.
Oh, I did not know. Next we have Clarence Ray Ash. And Clarence Ray Ash said, "Give me the black Eddie Munster barber Say no more, fam. I can see it.
I see it.
Ben Faust said, Evil Carlton. Yeah. I see that too.
Mhm.
And next we have Jacob Offender D. Legal. And Offender said, when you go to the tanning salon and they offer you a discount on the spray tan, now you're worried when the cops pull you over.
Mhm.
I would be.
By the way, this would be a good time to say if you're watching us on YouTube, come on over to Comedy Writers Guild Live Podcast on Facebook. You can hop in the comments with everybody and be a part of this thing. Also, I would stick around to the end, guys, because, like, dude, you just brought up Jacob, and he hasn't been on here in a few weeks. He's been very busy, but he's been doing a lot, man. A
Oh, yeah.
lot has changed with Jacob, and I'm like so proud of him, of where he's going, where he's came from, and he's got some cool stories, man. So stick around to the end and listen to what Jacob has to say.
I know I will.
I fucking hope so.
Next we have Clarence Ray Ash, and Clarence said, what Diddy looked like to the Muslims in jail when he tried to tell them about Jesus. And next we have Cole Burner, and Cole said, when Drake loses the Kendrick beef, so he starts performing at college campuses. For the record, I'm reading these from like the top down, so that was the first college joke. And that was actually it.
Okay.
All right, let's hit us with a refresh, see if anyone solidly came out on top.
Ben Faust said, me when Erica Kirk asked if I have any baby oil. That didn't make it, though. You already said, oh, no, that did make it. People didn't vote for it.
What a shame. All right, so given that Cole, to my knowledge, is still not a contender, the winner, with a total of 4 reactions, the joke was, what Diddy looked like to the Muslims in jail when he tried to tell them about Jesus, and that was Clarence Ray Ash. All right, stand by, Clarence. You are getting a link. Boom, you got it.
Sweet. Abigail said, what kind of dog who got bloat? The dog that my sister had that has bloat, he's actually 100% German Shepherd. He doesn't look like it. He looks like a German Shepherd with downs. He really does, but he's so cute, dude. But yeah, they did a doggy DNA test. He's a German Shepherd. And before Clarence comes on here, it was Clarence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before Clarence comes on here, let's toss that other one up on the screen. The next one.
Ba-boom.
Oh, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, Harmon already heard what I thought of it. I regret not saving it for right now. We'll see if anyone comes up with the same joke that I did.
Yeah. All right. Well, while we're waiting on Clarence, let's read a couple more of these. Ain't no party like a Diddy Kirk party. That's Steve Cohener. Cohener. I feel like I always pronounce his name wrong.
I'm pretty sure because, like, in Germanic languages, when you see an O and then an E right after it, it's an umlauted O, which has, like, kind of like an I sound, so it would be, like, Kerner.
Okay.
I think.
Well, Steve, let us know if Travis is right. Is it Kerner? Plus, my dyslexic ass, when I look at your name, dude, it goes all over the place. I have to really focus in.
Yeah, Clarence, he just had a bit of a hiccup with the link. I had to send him a new one. I think the same thing happened to you one time.
Yeah. Cole Burner said, when you forget your MAGA hat, So you do blackface instead? Okay. Jay Coulter says, when you're watching CWG and waiting for the prompt so you can crush other comedians, dream of being on the show. Oh, other comedians dream of being on the show. Well, Jake, there's no prompt. This is a caption this episode. Dumbass.
That's why Sancho's gonna win.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm Team Jake.
I will bet you the entire remainder of the Topo Chicos in my fridge that Sancho's gonna win.
Okay.
Now
Let's
there's
bet Topo Chico. If I win, you buy me a pack of that and send it to my address.
Okay.
If you win, I'll buy you a pack of these.
Sounds great.
Okay. Don't let me down, Jake.
Don't let me down. Oh. And there he is. And there,
Crash DDZ on the scene.
what is up?
What up, brother?
What's up?
Yeah, you are going to be a part of the roast battle on the third, too. You were actually going against Joffrey, our senior African-American correspondent of Comedy Writers Guild. And you guys aren't just going to be doing a roast. You're going to be doing a roast rap battle.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Awesome. How you feel about that?
I think it's gonna be fun. You know what I mean? Gets a little do a little something different. You know what I mean? I've talked to him a couple of times in the chat a little bit. I cruised his page a little bit. I told him he looked too cool to roast, but I'm down anyway.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, you kind of make yourself a target with the purple beard, I have to say.
It's you know, it is, but it's funny because it's one of those things that's so unique in the moment. Most people are like, what do I really say about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get more positive comments about it everywhere I go all the time. It seems to make people happy.
Yeah. I can't think of anything negative about it. I fucking think it's dope because it is unique.
It's something you go, well, what did I come? Yeah, I went to a roast battle in Louisville at the Louisville Comedy Club, and each comedian came out. When I first got there, like the people that were seating people, their eyes lit up, like, oh God, look at this dude's beard. And they set me exactly in front of the stage. You know what I mean? And they prompted every comedian, there's a guy with a purple beard out here. And I promise you, every one of them came out there. They all looked at me and were like, oh, there is a guy with a purple beard out here. That's fucking cool. And that was it. I didn't get one roast. Everybody just gave me props and kept it moving.
Yeah, there's nothing to roast. Travis, you were about to say something?
Yep, but I forget.
Okay. And then also, Abigail, did he say Louisville correctly or Louisville?
Yeah, that's what I say, Louisville.
Louisville.
I know you got Louisville, Louisville. Nobody says Louisville. No, I've never heard that said.
No.
But
only white women in the north.
I don't even know if they say that. I don't even know if they say that.
Yeah, maybe.
I've heard it a couple times. Like, I live pretty close to there. We get tourists talking about, oh yeah, it looks like they got a nice show going on in Louisville.
Louis J. Gomezville. I would like to went to that show.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That shit looks fun, man. Skankfest looks fun.
Oh, dude, a lot of people like that I'm friends with on Facebook went there, and it looked pretty sick, man. And you got to hear Offender talk about it tonight because he was there. He was like right in the mix, bro. And
yeah, I saw the matches. Our boy, I seen him some of the matches, the boxing and the jiu-jitsu match.
Mm-hmm.
I seen some of those clips and stuff. Looks live.
Yeah, Tolu was in there, and so was Offender.
It's got a vibe that reminds me of what Scribble Jam was for rap back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big convention of people coming all over the place to get together and do that type of specific niche of whatever you love. You know what I mean? As far as
like art form. Yeah.
It was cool because it was a blind bracket battle, so it was a freestyle battle, NCAA style, where people come up and and go down to the top one. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
Skankfest seems to be the vibe.
I gotta start getting rid of some of these cans. Look, check this out. 2,
Dude, get a fucking trash can.
4. I'm putting them in the trash right here. I'm just so lazy that I didn't. Look, 6, 8. I think I have a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
No.
Are we going to do the whole 100 bottles of beer on the wall for real right now?
Yeah.
Take one down, pass it around.
Yeah.
One more Topo GGO. What is it called?
Topo Chico. Yeah, they actually were gonna originally write that song, 100 Topo Chicos on the wall, but it was too long.
I always thought that was the little mouse on Ed Sullivan, but all right, maybe I'm too old school on this.
Topo Chico?
Yeah, Topo Chico. Isn't that the little mouse on Ed Sullivan?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So how'd your thing go on last Saturday?
Oh man, that was dope, man. This group Frame House brought out some new stuff, and they brought out this local crew called Skyscraper Stereo, and they've always been dope, but they stepped it up for this performance. It was a dope show. I got the DJ throughout the show with my homie Retsu. It was a pretty fun weekend, man. I've done a lot since the last time I've seen you guys. I mean, saw Talib Kweli, went to Skyscraper Stereo. You know what I'm saying? I always try to go out to hip hop shows that I can get involved in. And
If you could meet one rapper, who would it be?
probably Rakim.
Okay.
I think Rakim's the dopest one. You know what I mean? And I've met so many. I literally met, you know, like we talked about before. I met Eminem before he got big. I met Kid Rock when he was first starting out. I met De La Soul several times. I've met Run and from Run DMC. I've met DMC a few times, and he's always been cool. I know Slug from Atmosphere. Scribble Jam that I mentioned a lot. There were so many underground artists that got bigger. If you're into like Aesop Rock and Brother Ali and Idea and all these legendary underground rappers, I got to meet all of them face to face as their rise started. You know what I mean? So I've been lucky to be around a lot of it. The coolest story I have is probably me meeting Shock G in Louisville. He did a freestyle, asked for who freestyles in the audience, and people around me all start pointing at me, and I get up on stage and about 6 or 7 other rappers, and he lets everybody go one at a time, and I go last, and I rock it. You know what I mean? I come off. He's like, "What?" You know, it's one of those moments. And he's like, "What are you doing after the show?" Comes to me after the show, and we walk for 2 blocks to another club where my friend's DJing. And on the way there, everybody's pulling up in their cars and they want to talk to Shock G. And everybody's either playing I Got 5 on it, or I get around with Tupac out of the car as they're driving around from the concert leaving. It's me and Shock walking. Everybody that walks up on him or mentions him, he points at me and is like, "This is Crash. He's from your city. This is Louisville, man. This is me in Louisville." And then we go to the club and everything the DJ drops, like EPMD is like, "Oh, when I was EPMD on this show and this show and this tour and the leg of this tour, and that's where I met blah blah blah." And he was dropping all the facts to me, you know what I mean, about his legendary trek in hip hop and everybody that he's met in the same way, and how he was a big fan of so many of them. And Shock is probably one of the coolest rappers I ever met personally. Definitely got to be Shock G.
Huh. Okay.
Who's the worst rapper you met in person? Because I know my answer.
The worst rapper, I'll say this: the worst rapper I never met in person is 50 Cent. Because I opened for 50 Cent at a Louisville show. And before they came on, they said, "Everybody out of the green room. And then when the show's over, you guys get to come back in the green room and meet the artist and blah, blah, blah." So we go, okay, we all troop out of the green room. 50 Cent comes out. They do their show. They won't let us in the back for a couple of minutes. Then when we go back, 50's gone. All the Hypnotic was a brand new drink at the time. The Hulk was the big craze. All the Hypnotic's gone. They took all the cases of Hypnotic. They took all the party favors with them on the bus and just left. And we got to meet 0 of them. So I would say 50 is probably my worst
Oh,
rapper I've ever been in a show
man.
with,
I
like
love
that.
50 Cent, dude.
And this is early, you know what I mean? 50 was one of them dudes. He came in. A lot of people come in it like they're about the art. And I don't, maybe he came in that way, but I think at that point in time, 50 was getting the checks. That's all it was. He was getting the checks and getting it started.
Who would you say, Travis?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said in person because I never met him in person. And like you posted your tickets the other night and it just dredged up a memory for me. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Talib Kweli, if you are
Oh,
listening
Talib.
to this,
I
Talib,
love Talib.
no, I'm gonna say Talib, you're a bitch. Come on, Comedy Writers Guild, roast me. See if you can roast me. This dude, he like I have another friend with a music podcast, and he wanted to like he had his opinions about Talib, which it is what it is. Like I had always liked his stuff. I thought he was pretty good. I mean, honestly, it's not that I like him so much as I like Madlib, but he decided to bring me into his beef with my friend because he said something. He said like, "Yo, tell your boy to do this, that, or the other thing," and I'm like, dude, I have nothing to do with this,
Yeah,
and
he loves to show. He loves to show a spotlight if he thinks somebody's racist or somebody's done something racist. And a lot of times, to me, it's one sided or it's a moment. It's a moment that you catch. Everybody can catch a moment. One time in Cincinnati, I saw him live, right? And on stage, he's like, "Everybody, put your black fists in the air." So everybody puts their fists in the air. Well, after the show, we got lucky enough. We go back, we get to meet him, and he tells my friend, "Hey, I noticed you didn't put your fists in the air," and I'm not gonna put their name out here, even though I don't know if they would want me to or not. But he says, "Yeah, well, you said put your black fist in the air," and I'm a white guy. He said, "Yeah, well, you're here with us, so tonight we're all black." And he was like, "No, we're not. I'm me, and I'm here with you, and we're different, and we can be allies." And it wasn't a big saying or phrase yet, but it was that type of. I don't remember exactly what was said, but that's what he said. We could be allies, but I'm not here as a black person. And Talib kind of looked at him and kind of didn't fuck with him the rest of the night or say anything to him the rest of the night. But I don't know if he respected what he said or if he just was like, okay, wrote him off. But you could tell he's that way, and I understand where that comes from. I understand where culturally in hip hop, white people come in and start just carrying the motherfucker and all that. But it is what it is. I get it. Uh, I think we still need to start promoting a unity and putting people together instead of finding reasons to pull us apart. That's my opinion. Am I coming through? Is everything going on? You
Yeah,
guys are blacking out and bleeping out.
I know. We're good.
we still got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think, like I said, man, I love Talib, and I understand when he wants to call people out for doing the wrong thing. But at the same time, I think we need to understand there's unity, and I think we need to understand there's a point of intent with everything. A lot of times people say things and their intent is not to be detrimental to racism, but it's just in the moment. And those things fleeting, they come and they go. We all change. We all focus on different things, and we need to focus on unity and bringing each other together and focusing on our similarities instead of our differences. But that's me.
No, I agree.
And I'm sure he feels that way too. I'm sure he feels that way too, and that's in his own way. That's what he's doing. But sometimes I think he's alienating people that are clutching the culture and alienating them as if they're trying to take the culture. But a lot of us are just trying to join the culture that we love.
Yeah, I think his whole thing is he's bored. He's picking fights with randos on the internet, and there just might be a teensy little bit of jealousy because people they respect Madlib, they respect Yassine Bey, they respect MF Doom. They don't really know who he is because he's a coattail riding ass bitch.
I don't agree with that, man. I've known Talib stuff since Mood, since high tech days, and going to some clubs in Cincinnati just to see Mr. Dibbs on his birthday and stuff like that. And I've seen him around when he was kind of a local dude. So to me, he's somebody else that I watch kind of his trek go up. And I'm a fence rider. You know what I mean? I'm a fence rider. I don't know anything to be real or fake unless I was right there and saw it. And I just want people to get along and people to be happy and
Yeah,
and
shut the
share
fuck up,
things.
Travis. That's what he's trying to say.
I'm trying to say, don't get to live mad at Crash DDZ because I love Comedy Writers Guild and Raucous Records. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude. All right, well, we are about to keep going here.
All right, man.
I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on again. Shout out to Doomsday. We got another one coming up on the 12th in December at Portal. And we got a workshop with John Woo, who is a local producer who's also kind of an entrepreneur, tastemaker of sorts around here. He's doing a workshop there. And as far as I know, I'm going to be kind of fielding some questions back and forth with him at this December 12th at Portal. Shout out Comedy Writers Guild,
where is
Travis.
Sorry.
It's at Portal here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
It's a little concert hall type of venue, and we'll have Operation Doomsday Louisville chapter doing live MF Doom beats with poets and some emceeing again. Still waiting to see how all that show is going to pan out, but it's December 12th at Portal here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Sweet. Go check it out, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Stay up.
All right, brother. Later, man.
Peace.
All right, guys. That was Crash DDZ. Also goes by Clarence Ray Ash if you want to follow him on Facebook. And yeah. So Travis, you want to start reading off these punchlines? Well, they're not punchlines. Jesus, Harmon, get it together.
They kind of are. I mean, they're punchy captions.
Punch captions?
Yeah. All right, let's see. Yep, it definitely lost my place again. Yeah, I had to open my phone to check my calendar to see if I could attend the thing at Portal, but of course it happens on a day I'm never available. God damn it. All right, let's see. So the first joke. Y'all need to react to these fucking jokes.
Come on, guys.
The first joke comes from Mr. Cole Burner. And Cole said, "It's always sunny in sexual trafficking." Next we have AK. Once again, and AK said, "Make sure to confirm that it's the woman in the picture when you call the escort service." It's good to know. Next we have Newbie OG. And Newbie OG said, "It's always horny in Philadelphia." There we go. And next up we have Brian Lewis. And Brian Lewis said, "Danny DeVito's long-lost glitter-smeared lot lizard cousin." Damn, that's kind of your type from back in the day, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And next we have Ben Faust. And Ben Faust said, "I think I downloaded the wrong Penguin movie." No, you didn't.
That one's good. I like that.
Check it out in VR. Let's see. Next up, we have Pickle Rick Silva. And Pickle Rick said, "Most baddies from the bar in the morning." Oof. That's why many of us quit drinking.
Mm-hmm. We only drink Topo Chico.
Exactly. Next, we have Drew Lovett. Drew Chickens. What Drew Chickens said was, "When you play with yourself while watching Always Sunny too much." Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, that one wasn't good, but I just hope he fucking wins, dude.
Yeah.
I want to have Drew on this podcast so bad.
I know. Get yourself there, Drew. And next we have Abigail Dort. And Abigail said, "OnlyFans supports the elderly too."
Goddamn right they do.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna hit us with a refresh here because I know that can't be it.
Yeah. So actually, you guys react to some of the jokes, right? And then while you're reacting, I'm just going to talk about something real fast, and then Travis will do a refresh, and we'll see who won. We need more reaction, guys. But I think it's pretty cool that. So I've had this for a long time, and the only thing that I've been doing with it is just watching porn, right? I don't know if you guys ever watch VR porn, but oh my God. If you haven't, you're living in like the 17th century. All right. This is so realistic. But anyway, let me get off the porn subject. I didn't have one of these, and that's what controls this. I finally have one of these because, like I told you guys, we are taking very seriously all the advice that Christy and Yoni gave us when they were on the podcast. And one of the things that they mentioned, you guys all know, like my dream guest on the podcast is Brian Redband. Don't ask me why. I just think he would be an awesome guest on the podcast, and I think he has a lot of knowledge. This dude started two of the biggest podcasts in the world, and I just would love to have him on. And they said the way to get a hold of him is to go to his VR open mics. So now that I have the ability, I'm going to figure out how to get to that open mic. And I have the VR. I just have to get there. So if you guys could figure out how the fuck I get there, what the link is, or what the time is, any of that. They also said that I could talk to Yonder. They said that Yonder would know where to go. So I'm going to reach out to him as well. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool news. I don't know. Possibly talk to Red Band, possibly be funny enough to where he'd want to come on to this little rinky dink podcast that we have going on.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
Jake Coulter said that he hated VR porn because he was scared someone was watching, which fair point. But I also remember him saying that if I remember correctly, Jake has done the VR open mics before. So
really, with Red Band,
I think, but I'll let him answer that in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, if you know, man, send me a link, bro, because I cannot find any information on it anywhere. I also haven't tried that hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit him with a refresh. That gave him a couple minutes.
Oh yeah. We have I see at least one new addition here. We have Steve Kerner. Steve Kerner said, "When that Jersey Mike's ad gig ain't gonna book itself." See if any other new ones came to the forefront here.
Okay. These were kind of weak. Not gonna lie.
We do have a clear winner though.
Okay. Please be fucking Drew. Please be Drew.
Unfortunately not.
Womp, womp, womp,
Also,
womp.
no. And I feel bad saying this since neither one of them are here. No one came up with the joke that I came up with, which was this is Freezy and Lexi's baby.
That would have been the winner.
Yeah. But anyway, the winning joke with a total of 4 reactions was "I'm always horny in Philadelphia," and that was from Newbie OG.
Okay.
An actual newbie to the podcast, as far as I know. I don't think I've seen that name before. I feel like I'd remember.
Yeah, I have seen the name. I just didn't know who it was. So I did not accept their friend request.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we can all get to know him a little bit better. Or maybe
Yeah,
it's a
guys,
opportunity.
we're about to bring on to the chat Cody Fagmenio.
Really?
No, I don't know who Newbie OG is, you know. I said chat. I'm sorry. We're gonna bring on to the podcast Cody Fagmenio. Nah, but they did reference AK earlier. So I'm actually starting to think that it's Christy Bacon.
I think that was Tony Klein. It might also be maybe Talmadge's brother again.
No.
Maybe it's Paul Stamets.
Oh wait, could be Talmadge's brother because he did reference AK.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It might be Paul Stamets, though. I'm hoping for Paul Stamets.
Yeah. Can you imagine Paul Stamets making a fucking newbie OG account?
Guys, listen. I'm always horny in Philadelphia.
That was more Bernie Sanders.
I don't know. I feel like Paul Stamets.
He definitely, he's got a voice where he kind of talks like this a little bit.
He does. It's close.
Listened to several hours of him on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's close for sure. All right, newbie OG. Did he read it?
Let's see. If he doesn't, I feel like we should just bring Cole in here. Wait.
Newbie OG. If you're not friends with,
Okay, yeah, he just needs a new link.
okay, cool. All right,
he
or
should-
she. Or she.
I now have it on good info that newbies a dude.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
All right. Well, let's bring up the last meme of the night.
All right.
What do you guys think about this one?
Boom.
Yeah, I thought this one's pretty interesting because you can go many ways with it.
I got a joke for this one too, and we'll see if anyone says it.
Okay, I got one for it too. Actually, I just thought of.
All right.
All right, newbie OG, where are you? A lot of downtime this podcast.
Yeah. There he is. What's up, newbie OG?
What's going on?
How are you, Comedy Writers Guild?
It is Paul Stamets.
Oh shit! Hey, Paul. How you doing?
Paul is one of my reincarnations, but I do not accept Paul all the time.
So we have a character on the show now.
Oh, great.
Oh, he thinks he lost us, I think.
No, you're still here, brother. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay.
That was actually kind of funny. All right, I like that. How you doing, newbie?
Kind of losing it, you know.
Your mind?
What? Wait, let me know.
Everything. I'm losing it all. Well, except for I've got tons of notes.
Cool. Sweet. FDNY. So it's somebody out of New York. I can't tell who it is, though.
Or maybe this is misdirection.
True. True. What are you, Freezy?
Oh, sorry, no.
Yeah. How we doing, Mr. Noob?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I got this guy coming over this weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. We're gonna eat some cheesesteaks. We're
Sounds
gonna
pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna play with a looping machine.
Have you seen the new picture of 3-Eye Atlas by any chance, either of you?
Yeah, that's fake.
I have, but it's
Oh, thank God, because I didn't look into it, you know. Can you hear me all right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't look into it. I just saw a picture and I was like, if that's real, that'd be interesting. And I just kind of passed by it. I'm happy that it wasn't real because that just looked so fake. It looked like a, stegosaurus or something or whatever.
Well, I don't have anything confirming that it's fake except for my own observation of the image.
Yeah, other than physics.
Well, not necessarily physics, because I do believe in the Drake equation. I do believe that there is life out there. But
I thought the Drake equation had to do with like low numbers or something.
yeah. Anything under 18?
Yeah, something like that has to do with the Drake equation, you know.
Yeah. I actually wrote a joke about that.
Oh my god, I hate
I wrote a
jokes.
joke about why are there no movies about pedophilia?
Why is that?
No, I don't know. Or it was more of a concept, and I was like, and then I wrote some corny lines like age is nothing but a number, but it had to do with a guy. It had to do with a uh, math teacher who fell in love with his young student, and he
Okay,
would say things like age is just a number, and the whole movie was called the Drake equation.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it.
It was like one of the ones that I just threw on the back burner because I was like, I'll never say this joke.
Well,
Well, I mean, there's something there, you know. There's
Yeah,
something there.
it was just more of like a what do you call it? Just practice for my brain with writing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just practicing on an idea that I don't know if it's ever going to come to a real joke or not. It's a funny concept though. It's certain celebrities going to bed at night. Like the Island Boys, like their bedtime ritual would be it'd be a funny sketch, I think.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like
See that?
little things like you know, he's first of all, he's obviously they got to put their hair up in a hair thing, but then they have to put on like mittens because they scratch their asshole too much in the middle of the night. You know, like
I
they have
like
to take out their grill and then they have to like polish their grill, and they spend like 20 minutes like looking at their grill and like making an Instagram video with their grill, and then they go to bed. You know, and this again, this it's just a funny concept that
Yeah.
like some comedians like Walter Matthau going to bed. It just sounds like there's something funny there for some reason to me. I don't know why.
Dude, sometimes the concepts are more fun than the punchline. If
I
you're a
know.
writer.
I totally agree. I
Yeah.
totally agree. Yeah, that's why I have I did a whole 3 or 4 minutes where I just did. This was when I went to Ithaca. I read concepts out of the front of my book that were never going anywhere, and I was just like, you know, out of context, I'm just gonna read them all, and like half of them got laughs just being, you know, I was like, you know, some of these I'm just gonna keep them as out of context, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody does that with crowd work. That would be an interesting crowd work. Like, all right, I'm going to give you the punchline. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you the concept. You give me the punchline.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That's kind of like Comedy Writers Guild on a stage.
I was about to say
Yeah.
you just invented the onstage version of our show.
Right. I never thought about that though, you know?
Then you
As
can
a
start
singular
selling
comic.
it. I said then you can start selling it.
Yeah, maybe.
The problem with
It's
that
important.
is that like a lot of the people, like, you know, the AKs, the Danzilla drums, and Phil Lombardo, not that he was able to make it on tonight. Those are funny motherfuckers. The average person sitting in the house at a comedy show ain't that funny. Like, you're gonna pick like 7 or 8 people before you get anything that is anything.
Well, great.
That's
If,
true.
like, say it's my act and that's what I do, and nobody else is doing that. I'm gonna grab a fan base, right? Like people are gonna be attracted to what I'm doing, and they're gonna be the Danzillas and the AKs and the Coles and the Phils, and definitely not the Pickle Ricks. It's
You
gonna
would
keep
have
all the Pickle Ricks away, and it's gonna attract all the people that want to come to the show to be like, "Oh, I'm funny enough to shout something out to this premise."
you got a good point there though. If you built it up, I mean, just like any crab base anyway, but if you built it up, that really would be the way to do it, because in the moment you might not, it might fall flat a little bit room to room, but
Yeah.
if you get it going, a little momentum, that really would work, I think. Crowd work wise, like it's one of my favorite things to do, and it's also one of the only things that I ever like consistently get laughs with is stealing crowd work. Have you ever seen anybody do that?
What do you mean?
So if somebody goes up right before me, it only works if it's like really memorable. So it's usually like somebody right before me, or something outrageous happens with somebody else's crowd work before me. They say, specific pattern of back-to-backs that are just, again, it's very memorable for people. I do the same crowd work right as my opener. I come up and I had one. I come up and I look at the Indian guy in the room. I say, "Hey, how you doing? Gonna do some crowd work to open up. Hey, what's your name?" "Oh, my name's Akash." "Oh, hey, Akash, where are you from? India?" "Yeah. What part of India?" And he says, "What part of India?" And word for word, that was what the other guy said. And then I look at hold on, but then I look at the crowd, and then I go, "Oh, I remember my joke." And that was the punchline, because he also said that. He was trying to do crowd work.
You're reminding me of a thing that I saw on Kill Tony one time. I think it was Ari Shafir, right? So Ari Shafir came out of nowhere. Like he like came out of the back. Actually, he was in the crowd. That's what it was. So he was sitting in the room and he like went up on stage and they were like, "Oh, Ari Shafir's here." And he ends up like he was like, "Can I do a minute?" And he was like, "Yeah, go for it." And Ari did a minute. And then afterwards, Tony was asking him questions. And he was like, "What do you think? Like, what advice would you give to comics that are like just starting out?" And Ari was like, "Oh, I would definitely just sit in the back of the room with a pen and paper. And anytime a comic's up on stage, just write down exactly what they say and then just use it as your own." Right. And I always saw it as a fucking missed opportunity that the next guy that got pulled out, like if I was the next guy that got pulled out of the bucket, I would have went up there and I would have done Ari's set that he just did.
Yeah.
But that guy didn't do that.
He missed the big opportunity there. You're right. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the guy, when I was originally here and the guy was walking up to the stage, he just got pulled out the bucket. I was like, "Yo, please say Ari's set. Please say Ari's set." And he didn't. I was like, "You motherfucker. That will never happen again."
No, totally. He really did. He missed that, because that really is. That's like one of those once in a lifetime kind of like, and it would have been funny for anyone if anyone was saying it, but it's perfect for Ari Shafir if you know anything about that dude, because first of all, it's going to piss him off a little bit, but then he's going to laugh. He's going to be like, "Ah, he fucking got me," and it'll be worth it. You know, it'll really, because that's exactly what he's saying, and blah blah blah. Like he's going to appreciate that because it's a good joke. It's funny. Yeah, that you really.
If I can, I think I remember what his joke was that he did for his minute. He talked about like adopting dogs. And he like adopted dogs just to beat them. Right. And it was something about that. So that would have been an awesome thing to go up there and say, like, "Yeah, so I adopted a dog." Maybe change the wording a little bit.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was just, and then something that you were talking about, it reminded me of, I saw a clip of a guy who was like the closer. Right. So he was doing, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. But you know, the people that come before him only do about 5 minutes.
Right.
So he went up there and it's a clip of him saying like, "Oh, you guys look like an interesting couple. Where are you from?" You know, and he's doing crowd work. And everybody in the audience was like, "Oh, they were already asked that." So somebody already did crowd work and talked to those two people. And the guy got pissed in a funny way. Like he was being performative. And he was like, "Guys, the guys that came before me," he's like turning around, talking like to the back. He was like, "You guys only have 5 fucking minutes." He was like, "Stop doing fucking crowd work. You're making it harder for all of us that have 20 minutes to fill." You know, and he was like snapping on them. And he was like, 5 fucking minutes and you choose to do crowd work? What are you, a fucking asshole?
That's funny.
Yeah, and it was great.
That is good. Well, and you know what though? That's another thing. Like I would have never. I'm glad I heard that anecdote, because I would have never. I almost only do open mics, and first of all, my crowd work is never. Nobody's going to be copying my crowd work. Obviously, from you, you've talked to me. But also, everyone's usually just not leaving the room at all. That's it. But that is well. I don't know. Crowd work's a weird one, because some, people started hubbing around it recently, and it's kind of died down lately. But like people like got really they did well online with clipping their crowd work,
Yeah.
and then everybody thinks that that's all you need to do to a certain extent, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with crowd work, but it can hurt your set for some people. Crowd work doesn't come as natural. It's one of the reasons I do a lot of crowd work when I'm especially in New York. I do a lot of crowd work because I know people here. Even if I am going to be doing jokes, I always throw in some crowd work. I always do it. I'm more of a crowd work person, but I'm not even that good at it personally. I've only been doing it, consciously on stage for a little while. But some people they don't realize how good they are at writing because they got locked into this crowd work thing. I'm sorry it took so long to get to that, but like I think it inhibits some people by accident.
When I think of crowd work, I think of like Matt Rife, right? But he's a genius at crowd work. He is so good. He's better at crowd work than I think writing.
Well, he's not a genius at crowd work. I would never put it that way, especially for Matt Rife. I think that he's very social.
Okay.
I know the only reason I wouldn't put it that way is because I would never in any way want to call him a genius. That's all.
Well, that's personal preference, and I understand that. That's totally fine.
Yeah. No, it's nothing. He is a genius at crowd work for sure.
Okay, for your sake, for semantics, don't you know I'm anti-semantic? But anyway,
I just don't like people like you. I'm sorry, I'm anti-semantic.
Like, to put it a different way, then is like he's one of the best at crowd work in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I put him, Jordan Jensen. Right. I probably put Jordan Jensen above, and a guy that I'm not too fond of, to be honest. Like, I don't hate the guy. I don't hate anybody really, except for Nacho Bryan. And what's his name? Andrew Schultz. I think Andrew Schultz is an amazing writer, and he's a beast at crowd work. I wouldn't pay to go see him.
Yeah, one guy who I think is really, really underrated. He's not an underrated comic, but his crowd work it kills. Tim Dillon, actually.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I watched him do crowd work live at the Ryman, and it was like one of the best parts of his set, and his set was fucking mwah.
Yeah, that's cool. Now I bet
he's one of the best ranters there is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and real fluid, real stream of conscious. Yeah, Yeah. I would love to see him live for sure. Not too many people I would really want to. He's one of them. I have to see him live before he starts drinking too much or something. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't even want to do this anymore. Like, he's great at it, but like every time I see him, he's just like he's looking around and kind of like George Carlin, where he's just like, all right, guys, all right.
I mean, these days he starts off every podcast like, "Welcome to the Tim Dillon Show's, ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then you fast forward 10 minutes and he's just fucking screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet. I say I don't watch too much of his stuff, but like again, every time I put anything on from him, it's the same thing. Especially like when he's talking to other comics, he's just like, he can't even help it. He's just like he's so exhausted, and that's part of his bit too. Like he emphasizes it too much. But we're probably getting close to 15. Yeah. Can I run a joke past you real quick before I leave?
Sure.
We were talking about this in the Discord the other night, and I thought it was pretty funny. It's the idea that one of the prop guys on a movie set, he gets, he's got this magnificent actress girlfriend, like Anne Hathaway kind of girl, and he's just a prop guy. So he's like, you know where he is. And she comes on to set one day and dumps him. And it's a day when they have guns on set. And so he's like, I'm gonna get that bitch. I'm gonna show her. Oh, look at that. Alec Baldwin is using a gun today. She loves Alec Baldwin. Oh, Alec, Alec is he remembers his lines so well. And he like goes off on this rant in his head of like how much he loves Alec Baldwin. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna show her, and Alec's gonna do it to you. And like, and again, like that's just the premise of it. But what do you think about that?
Yeah.
I like the premise.
Yeah.
Throw
There's
out a
something there.
punchline, you got it.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything to it. It's just like what we were talking about. And it's just like that idea of that being the reason that happened. Because we were talking about like how the fuck does that kind of thing happen? You know what I mean? Like it was like what was going on there? There's a lot of, again, that was what the conversation was about. It's like what happened? Like, this really kind of strange safety thing. But anyway, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, brother.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. See you Saturday.
Peace.
Later. All right, that was Phil Lombardo, guys.
Wait, what? I thought that was Newbie OG.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, new guy, first time on the podcast. We love to see it.
I forgot. That was Newbie OG. Now that I know who that is, I definitely will not be accepting any friend requests.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have the picture up. I keep looking for a joke, but I'm a cowboy.
I'm a cowboy, baby. All right, let's see. Yep. Of course, I lost it. Here we go. All right. So first up, we have Cole Burner. And Cole Burner said, "Me every day for the next 10 years after fingering Kim Congdon."
That's very similar to the joke that I came up with.
I gotcha. Next, we have Nikki Halstead. And Nikki said, "When you accidentally touch the Epstein files."
Ooh.
Yeah, I imagine. Next, we got Steve Kerner. Steve Kerner said, "God taking your hands away because you decided to extend No Nut November into December. Keep that in mind, yams."
Where is Yams?
I don't know. He was here earlier. Next, we have Clarence Ray Ash. And Clarence Ray Ash said, "Timmy No Joints." And next, we got AK Alex Krieg. And AK said, "That's just how you can tell that the LSD is legit." Oh, yeah. Been there, ready to go back.
I don't know if this one has any likes, but I like it. Jay Coulter said, "Your hands when you watch CWG, but don't react to anything."
Keep that in mind, viewers.
Good one, Jake.
Next, we have Amanda Burns. And Amanda Burns said, "When you don't use your fingers to vote for jokes, this one doesn't count." Lucky for you, because it was a winner so far. Next, we have Talmadge AV. And Mr. AV said, "When you don't read the disclaimer on the AI porn site." And next, we got Ben Faust. And Ben Faust said, "When you lie to the BBW and tell her that you can handle being on the bottom." Yeah, but up more than you can chew. And yes, Jay Coulter's joke did qualify to be read, so you
Okay.
got her. Next we have once again Nikki Halstead, and Nikki Halstead said, "When you find out she wipes back to front after the finger bang." Oof.
You dirty.
Yeah, thankfully you went in with the fingers before the tongue, and that's all of them.
Cole Burner said, "How it feels to chew new 5 gum."
Yeah. So what was your joke for this picture?
My joke was any dude 5 minutes after fingering bacon.
Mine was when you tell a motherfucker that you're about to throw hands, but the motherfucker in question is Jacob Offender D. Legal.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah. Especially after what I seen him post the other day. Good lord. Dude can tangle. Alright. So that makes the winning joke that actually qualifies because we've already had AK on. And Amanda says that hers doesn't count. Because Amanda would have won. Scroll to it. The winning joke with a total of 5 reactions was when you find out she wipes back to front after the finger bang. And that was Nikki Halstead.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's 2 weeks in a row, ain't it?
Hell yeah. Yep.
She's on a roll.
I love when Nikki comes on, man.
Me too. Never boring.
All right. Well, that was the last joke concept. So after this, we have Offender coming on after Nikki. And I look forward to that, man. He's killing it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Let's see if she can open that link up.
Yeah, man. So we got some big things going on in Comedy Writers Guild. Sorry, guys. Long day. I'm kind of tuckering out. But yeah, gonna try to get a hold of Red Band. Or I'm just even curious about what he has going on. I'm really interested in looking that up.
Oh yeah, me too. It's a kind of a drive into town for me, so like going to an open mic for me, especially when I have like work and school and CWG all happening, it would be a lot easier to throw on a headset and get up on a virtual stage.
Yeah. And the porn.
Yeah, probably that too.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't remember if we discussed it on the air or like off the air, but like I don't know. I feel like that might be it might be too good, is what I'm worried about. Because like I've never done VR porn, but like back in the day, like 15 years ago when they had like phones with like 3D screens with no glasses, that porn was kicking. And like full VR, I don't know. It might be too much. What's up, Nikki?
What's up, big fellas?
What's going on?
So much.
So glad to have you on, as always.
Well, listen to me, man. I'm starting to feel like I need to take some time off, man, because every time I ease in this bitch, y'all wind up hollering at me, which I love and appreciate, but I'm kind of like, I'm starting to feel bad, Harmon.
Nah, that's the name of the game. You know?
You're right.
And, like, even when I talk shit on people where I'm like, guys, like, come on, what the fuck you doing? Like, this isn't good. You know? Do better. Like, that's just me talking shit to kind of hype people up so that they do better. Like, I will say, though, Cole was killing it tonight.
Dude, yeah, he was absolutely killing it. Amanda and her punk ass not wanting to come on, dude. We was lighting her up. And she's like, no, I'm gonna take this down. No, hell no. That's the name of the game, bitch. You're funny. You gotta deal with it.
Yeah. I like that though. Amanda does like to just like play on the sidelines. She already does a lot for Comedy Writers Guild. So she's the one person that I will give a pass to. Everybody else, because Amanda's never going to hit a stage. You know, she's not going to do a mic. We know that. She knows that. There's nothing wrong with that.
She
but,
can.
like, yeah, she should.
100%.
She should at least write some material. I think she'd be good at that. She's very intelligent.
I'm gonna drag her up there kicking her screaming. She don't know it, but if I'm ever in a town near her, somebody call the cops because I'm gonna fucking get her ass.
Call the fucking cops.
So I wanted to tell you guys, so not too long ago I started using a joke. We did an episode of CWG a while back, and I had used it in here, but not really in the same format, I guess. I don't know. The same style. But anyway, y'all want to hear it?
Yeah, let's
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me get it together here. I'm high again. It's my fault.
Yeah, you hit like 4
So
blinkers since you got on.
do what?
You hit 4 blinkers since you got on the stream.
Fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I just got out of an open mic, so I'm just like, trying to defrag. But anyway, all right. So my buddy of mine has a 12-year-old daughter, and the Scholastic Book Fair came to her school. And one day she sent her dad a Cash App request for $100, and without hesitation, he sent it to her, which blew my mind because back when I was younger, if I wanted money for the book fair, I had to let my dad touch me. And even more than that, he wasn't about to slide me no $100. If I wanted that kind of money, I had to let him slide into me. Let's go. Let's go. Come on with it. Yeah.
God damn.
That's a good one, right?
It's a good one. It's a fucking good one, but it's one of those jokes that makes you go, God damn.
Christ. Well, guys, thank you for coming to the last episode of Comedy Writers Guild.
Listen, I told that at the club earlier, and the DJ was like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just wanted to test that out, but I was just like, "Oh, I remember the first time I used that on the pod."
That's so funny. Actually, the Scholastic Book Fair is like one of the things that got me and my best friend today, who I actually thought was newbie OG. I thought he was going to be in the chat. But back in high school, me and this dude were just riffing off of the Scholastic Book Fair, right? Because they had, like you didn't just buy books, you could buy like toys and shit like that. Well, they had these spy glasses. Did I talk about this before, Travis?
I think I know where you're going with it, but continue.
So they had these spy glasses, and me and my buddy were looking at them. They're like these big fucking bulky things. We're talking back in like 2004, right? Before all this technology.
I see.
And we were just like riffing on it. We were like, dude, what are these things? Have like a light bulb that just flashes and goes up. Like, there's nothing spy about these glasses. Like, somebody's gonna see you wearing these and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's like, you remember back in the day, they used to have those cameras where you like put the curtain over your head and then you had the gunpowder in the little flash pan. Like, it's just one of those. It comes with the spy glasses. Like, oh, I'm not giving away my position here. What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, dude, I used to have so much from I used to fuck with the book fair heavy, dude. And now as you get older, it turns into Books A Million or Barnes and Noble. But back in the day, in the 6th grade, son, man, listen to me, dude. I had hella goosebumps. All the goosebumps. I had the Milky Gel pins. I had the Corvette poster.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, dude, you just listed like every kid's dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big money, dude.
Remember those pens that had like all the colors and you could like push down whatever color you wanted? Remember, it would go all the way around and you always try to push all of them at once. Every kid did that, right?
Mine never worked. Like, pushing them down at once, it never worked. But for me, I would get bored and just try to use one and start writing. But my ass was too heavy-handed. Go fucking figure. And like, it would pop back. I'd put one fucking letter and it'd be like, snap. Those were bitch ass pens, dude.
Nah. And the bitch ass pencils were the ones that had like those little tips and you had to like pull it out and then shove it back into the back end of it. But if you lost one, you were fucked. Because you had to be so light-handed drawing with it so it wouldn't pop back into the pencil.
Listen, that stuff kind of turned me into an engineer though, because I would like find stuff to put in the top. And because coming from the South, it's like, you better fucking figure it out, dude. I can't afford another one. So
yeah.
I was sticking like all kind of shit in there, just like fucking go, trying to write while holding it from the top.
Yeah, while you have like a fucking paper clip in the top.
Yes, dead ass, dude.
I did find out that like if the thing comes all the way out, if you just like hold down the button and then put it back in, like you can muzzle load that bitch. So
yeah.
like an old fucking Englishman, dude. You just fucking wait.
Yeah, we got fucking Paul Revere over here. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
She said it turned me into a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
It dead ass did, dude. Like I had to be a crafty son bitch, dude. Like, oh god.
I
Like,
turned
can't-
into an engineer a little bit later in life, like just a little bit, like in my early teens when we had nothing to smoke weed with, and then I had to like figure something out.
Yep. I think I gave myself brain damage by making a bowl out of aluminum foil and a pen tube.
Oh, I used to do that shit all the time, bro.
Well, I also used to like freebase shit off of aluminum foil through a pen tube, but slightly different process. Same brain damage though.
dude.
You ever had it so bad to where you held it in your hand and you put the weed right here and you went just like real quick and then kind of shook it out?
But I did see a meme one time where someone took some weed and shoved it up his nose and just lit it in his nostril, and then
I saw that.
I actually tried that, and yeah, I just burned my nose.
Dude, I would fucking die. Who are you? They got to calm down. They got to calm down out here, dude.
We're crackheads.
We were simple, dude. We'd use a socket, you know?
Yeah.
Like fucking just, or a fucking, like a dude, one time, listen, my friend convinced me that it was a good idea to go in the bathtub and use make a gravity bong out of them old, like the business jugs
Yeah,
of
like
water.
the 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah, she was like, listen, we'll cut that son of a bitch and we'll load it up and hit it, dude. I fell into the tub. Straight over. There was nothing, dude. She was like, you got to clear it. Fuck you, dude. I can't get 3/4 of the way through the bit.
Yeah. Gravity bong just shut off gravity for you.
Dude, which is a feat in and of itself. But yeah, fucking, it got me.
if you ever come across another like water cooler jug gravity bong, I highly recommend it because I've tried it. Smoke salvia out of that thing.
Oh no.
No, dog.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Listen to me.
Kids, look at me. Look at me. Don't listen to this fucking guy. He's trying to take you into another dimension. Look, the coolest thing I ever did was smoking weed that had to do with the same type of gravity bong. We had one of those 5-gallon things. We cut it off at the bottom, but my buddy had a pool, right? So what we did is we had one of those inflatable kiddie pools, and we put it upside down, floating on top of the pool. We rolled a couple joints up. We got underneath that kiddie pool. So it's like a kiddie pool on top of us while we're floating in a pool. And we had a gravity bong in there. We had like this little plate that would float. So we had like the joints floating on the plate underneath and everything. So we had like a little place to put things. And we would light that gravity bong up and we would raise it up. And then we take the top off and we just blow it into the kiddie pool where we were. So we were hotboxing inside of a pool. Dude, when we got done, we went underneath the water and came back up the other side. We lifted that kiddie pool up. It looked like a fucking what do you call it? Like a smoke signal. It looked like a Native American smoke signal. Just whoosh. I was like, holy shit, we were in that.
We did that, yeah. Dude,
that was like the coolest thing.
There was a video that circulated for a little while online where it was a dude and his friends, probably somewhere back home, ain't no telling, but they were in their garage and they took a leaf blower to like a big ass, like a hella weed, dude. But they somehow like fashioned a rig up where like they turned on the leaf blower and blew it straight at it, and they hotboxed the entire garage. They were dying, dude. They were like, "Help me!"
God damn,
that's a monumental waste, but that's still something I want to experience
on somebody else's dime.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
That's like a $300 shits and giggles.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Fucking Harmon, I tried to get a fucking. I was gonna be ready because I figured as much. I was like, oh, I might make it, dude. I tried to go into this gas station and buy a Topo Chico. They ain't got none.
No. No.
She was like, I can get you like a substitute. I'm like, no, fuck that.
You just start fucking boxing him.
I just started fucking going ham, son. They were just like, I was like, no Topo Chico in this mother.
You gotta try one, man.
I want to, dude, but I'm gonna tell you what. I looked this morning. No lie, dude. I looked this morning. I went to one. They didn't have. They had them, but they were sold out. They was like, we normally got them. So I was like, I'm gonna get me one later, dude. And I got done. I left the bar and I was like, all right, let me go get one, dude. I don't know what it is. Why do they not run them in the Midwest? What is going on?
No, it's because they're so fucking good. They're always gone.
Oh.
It might be one of those things, like there's certain products that I can get here near Nashville that I could never get in West Virginia because there's just no Latinos in Nashville. Like, I mean, in West Virginia. So, like, I know I can't get Pacifico there. I know that I can't get, like, a wide variety of, like, Goya products, and I probably can't get Topo Chico there either.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, some of the best, like, Mexican, like, food and drink that I got was when I was in Texas last year, dude.
Of course.
I mean, which, you know, obviously, yeah, dude, but I went down to Corpus Christi after Austin just to like hit the beach. And dude, I worked at this, it was a beef plant, man. And they did like 800 to 1,000 head of cattle a day. So we'd be in that bitch for like 14 hours, 7 days a week. And just like running through cattle, right? And I remember I met this girl. There was like a language barrier, and she couldn't speak a lick of English. I couldn't speak a lick of Spanish, but we had that understanding, you know, like that nonverbal understanding, and it worked out. And she introduced me to a fucking. Have y'all ever had a fried plantain?
Fuck yes.
My God, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just my God, dude. And she look at me and I'd just be smiling. She knew what was up. I was like, hell yeah. Seal of approval, bitch. But she introduced me to some type of, it wasn't Topo Chico, but it was some type of like an apple soda or something that was like real popular and real cheap. And she gave me one of them bitches one day, and I was like, man, what the fuck y'all got going on here? Like, what is going on in Corpus, dude? This is amazing. So I don't know. That was just a random thing.
Now I want to try that apple drink.
Yeah, you can get them from Walmart. I think they come in like not regular bottles, but like the little 6-pack kind of like 8-ounce little juice box type deals. Fucking good, dude.
Yeah, Mexican folks are smaller. They only need like smaller portions.
Well, they're gonna have to figure out how to make room for me because my big ass is coming over there. Okay. I had a birria taco for the first time the other day, and I was like, what the Angelica's ass? She was like, Nikki, you've never, and I'm like, no. She was like, we're going now.
So, what taco?
Huh?
What kind of taco?
A birria taco?
Birria way.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fucking, listen, you do know, Harmon. It's all over TikTok where bitches are dipping the taco in the juice.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. So, like, that's what it is, dude. And she got me some of them bitches, dude. And I'm changed. I'm a different woman now, dude.
Yo, I'm so fucking hungry. We got to stop.
All right. Well, listen, y'all, I can't hang out. I got to go, but I just wanted to pop in and holler at y'all for a minute. I'm trying to support when I can. So
thank you. And we'll continue to support you too. I love you.
Well, I love y'all, man. Hell yeah. It's good to see y'all. And I'll catch y'all the next go round.
All right. Sounds good.
Later, brother.
Peace.
She's the shit, man. She's awesome.
Fucking for real. All right, let's get the man in here.
Yes, sir. Let's see if we had any funny comments in here. Dude, I'm really excited for Offender to come in.
Me too. Very much so. Let's see. Yeah, AK said no Dan or Kyle tonight. Yeah, what? I mean, Kyle...
Dan's been sick.
So I'm sick right now. It's a podcast. All you got to do is just sit here.
True. That's the thing. Dan knows he's going to make it on. Unlike Pickle Rick, Dan comes with a game plan and jokes.
And Kyle was in here earlier. I think he only stuck around for like 1 or 2 rounds, but I understand that he's sick too.
Oh yeah, he is. Steve Koner said, or Kerner. I'm gonna say Kerner because I don't know how to pronounce your name. Anybody remember the supersonic ear or the antenna gun looking thing that you can hear from further away? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember the antenna gun.
I had one.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I heard. Oh, there he is.
There's the fucking man, dude.
What's
What's up, my guys?
Yo, I've been looking forward to this moment. It's been a while since you've been on, man. It's been like
Dude, I've
3
been
weeks.
so busy. It's been insane.
Yeah.
You guys holding up all right?
Yeah, we don't have great service from you right now. It's kind of cutting in and out for me.
Well, I mean, he looks grainy as hell, but I can still see him and hear him fine.
It's grainy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that blows, dude.
You got Wi-Fi at all?
No.
Oh, damn. All right. Anyway, nah, you're good. You're grainy, but it's all good. It's showing up a little bit better on the feed.
Okay. Because I was really excited. I want to show you guys something. You want to see it?
Yeah.
If we can, yes.
It's pretty sick. Okay. Welcome. Hold on. To my fucking new room, bro.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
Looks like it's got air conditioning and everything.
Oh, yeah. I got the artist check-in poster from Skankfest.
Hell yeah.
And pretty soon you're going to have a Comedy Writers Guild poster because I'm about to send those out.
Look, dude, I even have my own bathroom.
You got a bathroom? Let's go to Planet Fitness to shit and shower anymore?
Nope. This is my closet. I'd show you that, but the only thing that's in there is Tony Hinchcliffe's sexuality. So no need to go there. This is really cool. This is really cool. Hold on, I want to show you this. I've never had one of these before. I'm proud as a man. Dude, I got my own official fucking medicine cabinet.
I thought it was going to be a bidet.
Oh, fuck.
I got all my medicine.
Oh, shit.
I got little pipes in my rollers. And look, after you get done smoking, you always need gum. You need the eye drops and cologne. That's the dopest medicine cabinet you ever seen in your life.
It seems like you're set with medicine for the next 6 months.
No, that's about a month.
Well, my bad. Holy shit.
Damn.
No, dude, got some cool trinkets, Skankfest tarot cards, all the miniature posters. Got a Skankfest joke book. Boom.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Got a really cool Skankfest coin.
It's a sobriety coin.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
It's like the opposite of that.
It's definitely not that. Trust me, after going to Skankfest, definitely not a sobriety coin. I don't think anyone there was sober.
Nah.
But insane time at Skankfest, gentlemen. Holy shit.
Yeah, let's talk about it, dude. I'm just like going to kick back and let you do your thing, man, because like you haven't been on for 3 weeks, but you've really been making moves.
I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the damn Yoni and fucking Christy interview. What an incredible interview, bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I felt as a comedian and hearing their insight and their people I respect, I was like, oh, this is gold, bro. They're like really laying down from the marketing side of things and networking to like even linking your profiles and getting your, your feed active. Like I was really impressed. I thought they did a great job. And I was really proud with you guys, how you handled the interview. I mean, it was a long interview and you guys stood right in there and I felt like you got some really good jewels out of them.
Oh,
and dude, tonight's interview with Mike, man, Mike fucking killed that interview.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you were one of the people. There was a couple people that I know like out in Austin and everything that were saying that he's just like a really great guy.
Oh, dude, always like happy-go-lucky. You know, I saw him in the bleachers in the nosebleed section of the comic section, HEB Center last year for Kill Tony. You know, and that was like my first time meeting him. I've seen his stuff online and stuff, and dude, I just always thought he was just so funny and just super go lucky, happy. And I've seen him do some of those roast battles and shit like that. So I'm like a huge supporter of him. And he's just as joyful as ever, you know. And I've seen him online. He's a pretty public person, so he'll talk about some stuff that he's done or stuff that he's going through. You know, he's partied hard and he's not ashamed to admit that. So I like the way that he carries himself in public and online.
Yeah.
So it was
He's
good
genuine.
to see him here on the CWG. So
Yeah.
other than that, okay, so Skankfest, I want to give props to Freddie for giving me the fucking spot, dude.
Yeah,
The man was a
absolutely.
man of his word, without a shadow of a doubt. Everything he said was true. People I had never even met were like, "Oh, you're a offender. Oh, Freddie's been telling us about you." So big shout out to him and a big thanks to him. And I really appreciated the opportunity. I was able to work on the green room staff, which was fucking sweet. Okay. I got to see all the big ones, you know. I mean, it was kind of a shame I'm in there as the bitch, you know. Yes, master.
This year, just this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. But I will say this too: it's important to remember that moment of like, yeah, dude. I remember when I started off, I was getting buckets of beer for Shane Gillis, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's still slick though. I'm not even 1 year in yet, and I just went to the biggest comedy festival in the world and was in the green room. And like my experience, I started off a volunteer. I feel like I ended off a rock star. You know, there were several little things that happened. One of the funniest, like right in the beginning, Joe List was there. We're setting up stuff, and somebody asked him if he knew where the VIP cigar lounge was. And he was like, "No, I got my cigar in my pocket." And I just turned around quick as ever and was like, "Damn, I thought you was happy to see me." And from that moment on, Joe List was just like, "I like this kid." You know,
Yeah.
I got to wear the offender outfit basically the whole time, which
Yeah.
is sick.
Well, we
Yeah.
also saw you in a couple pictures with some people wearing the CWG shirt. You finally have that now that you made a trip out to Austin.
Yeah, Nana was saving it for me, dude. When I first got here, I was only here for 2 days before I then flew out for Skankfest. So that was like, it was really good to get to see her and Spencer and stuff. But Mike wasn't lying. New Orleans has some of the best fucking food. I think they rival New York on food. I mean, that's the God's honest. As a foodie myself, dude, that's the truth, dude. The food was so good. I ate at a place called Mother's. Been there since 1938. It was phenomenal. Harmon's dying. He's like,
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking hungry.
Yeah.
all right, I'll quit talking about the great food. Not as many skanks as I thought would be at Skankfest. You know, I didn't get a chance to catch any STDs. I felt like that was a missed opportunity, you know, or give them. That would have been fun, right? We could just exchange like Halloween.
Yeah.
I saw some of the greatest comedians that have ever walked this planet, bro. I was at the strip club till fucking 6:30 in the morning with Brian Holtzman, you know, who was not drinking and was a gentleman. I don't even think he looked at a set of titties, you know. He was a gentleman.
That's crazy.
Yeah, got to have a conversation with Lewis. I got a tattoo while I was there. Got the first piece of the bingo board filled in. I can't show it right now because I'm not wearing underwear, and I'm pretty sure we'll get banned for that.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Probably.
Are you naked
But
from the
it's a little
waist down
bomb.
right now, dude? What the fuck?
What now?
So you're naked from the waist down right now?
No, I just have overalls on.
I
As
was
soon
gonna
as I
say
take the
you're
overalls
really
off.
you're really comfortable in that new spot. I love it.
The medicine
dude,
cabinet
you
was
have
about to be
no
risky.
idea. I haven't masturbated in peace in months, bro. Last night I couldn't let go of that thing. He was like, I found an old friend.
Yeah. I real quick.
Come
I'd
though,
like
I had
to,
to go wake up my my roommate and say, "Hey, come watch me real quick so I can finish."
oh Jesus Christ! Real quick. I'd like to give a shout out to Freddie as well for helping you out, man. Like I
Yeah.
think that was awesome. You know,
And he was a
really-
class act, bro. I mean, honest to God, I didn't know the guy from Adam, but everything he said, it was true. I got to meet some amazing workers, people that have been a part of that festival from the beginning. Shout out to Creek in the Cave. Every one of their guys, you know, they those guys really put together a big production, and you know they did a great job. Creek and Cave room. I tried getting on there, but we'll try again next year. Obviously, you guys saw the devastating armbar that was done by the assassin over here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Crushed that.
yeah, yeah. That was wild, man. You had him tapping out in like 25 seconds.
Yeah, so I looked at it from the time we touched hands to the time he tapped was 25.
Oh no shit! I guess that. Yeah,
Yeah.
damn.
So that becomes the fastest submission I've ever gotten in a ring. My previous one was 38 seconds, and then I had one at 1 minute and 38 seconds of the first round. Most of my fights have ended by submission. I mean, I'm trying not to brag about it. It's just something that I'm naturally gifted at. But
yeah, I want to see you and Tolu go at it.
we were trying. That's what we were trying to go for.
Yeah, that's why.
But Lewis wanted us to go with the stun gun, and due to Tolu's heart condition, you know, I mean, like, who the fuck's trying to shock a dude with a heart condition?
Yeah,
Which
no.
I would have just not used the taser. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck that taser, dude. And I'm a lethal assassin already, dude. I don't need a taser.
Yeah.
But I will say the one stun gun fight we watched was incredible. I mean, them boys were getting shocked, and at the end of it, fucking dude had him in a triangle. He's on top of him, mounted in the guy's like in his crotch, and he's got the taser, and he's just like, he's not tasing him, but he's definitely making it go off. Like, bro,
Oh,
you better
shit.
tap, or I'm gonna light your ass up.
Taunting his ass. God damn, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was sick. It was sick. I got to help write some jokes and work with one of the naked roast people. She had kind of got called up last minute, and I was able to. She saw me and she was like, "Hey, do you think you could help me?" Her name's Chanel, great comic out of L.A. Smoking body, not gonna lie. You know, she got a type of body you might like to see in VR.
What was her name?
Chanel.
Oh, she's
Alicia?
black.
Alicia Chanel?
No, she's white.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Alicia too.
I mean, Alicia Chanel, she's fucking 10, but yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
So I rode back with Celia and a guy named Angel. I was lucky enough to catch a ride back with them. And Celia said that I should try out for the Naked Roast next year, and that she would offer to go against me. So I think that's going to be one avenue I'm going to be looking at.
Fuck
Should
yeah.
be pretty fun.
You guys up there standing looking like the number 10.
Yeah. I heard a pussy tastes like pork and beans, so I'm ready to eat.
Jeez.
Me too.
Oh God. I already told you I'm a hungry offender. Chill.
Yeah. That'll definitely ruin an appetite. There were some amazing performances. I got to see Tim Dillon perform. Phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite part of Skankfest was definitely the comedy jam. You know, I was front row, front centered every night, you know, as one of the guards there, / as a person enjoying the show. I don't think anybody enjoyed the show more than I did, you know, except for Shane Gillis. There's a video floating around, and if anybody catches it, I'll give you the backstory. I'm the guard that's like the security person that's in front of the monitor that Shane Gillis is singing the words Dragula to.
Dragula, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And the skank fight girl happens to be good friends with Lewis, and her husband's right there. And I like tap her husband. He's like big, tatted up, muscled guy. And I was like, yo, get your wife. We're going to put her right here. And he's like, oh, we're good. I was like, no, I got a plan. He's like, what's up? I was like, the monitor that Shane Gillis is about to have to read these words are right in front of me. Let's get your wife with the big, fat, beautiful, juicy titties. And we're going to put them right in front of this. He was like, Oh yeah. He grabs his wife, she's stoked, Shane's reading off the monitor, and finally he breaks during mid scene. It's just like ah, and it's her titties. He couldn't take it no more, dude.
That's awesome. That's
So
awesome.
that was really cool. Am I supposed to have it in landscape mode like this?
Yeah, that works.
I feel like I'm code switching now if I do it like that.
You're bigger now.
Hey, I am a grower, not a shower. I did a couple mics there in New Orleans. Had a pretty good time there. There was one mic that I was not welcomed at. That kind of sucked. It was a shitty feeling as a, comedian coming to an open mic in someone else's
Why do you say
city.
that?
I wasn't gay enough.
Oh, it was one of those.
100%. Yeah. Just because I'm a white male, not allowed. Like, it was real shitty. The way that the host introduced me was the worst that I've ever been introduced before. She totally took the momentum. I'm out of the room. Straight shit on my name. Was like, I don't know this guy. Hopefully he's fucking good. Hopefully he doesn't piss you guys off. I really don't even want to say his name. I mean, like, that's all things that she said.
Listen, bro, you could have totally bypassed that stuff. I got 4 words for you that might only mean something to us. America's Next Top Model.
Well, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You could have easily gotten in. She would have put some pizzazz in that intro.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It didn't work out though. The room was the worst room I've ever done. I felt like shit. The next night we went out to another place. I told the host of that place, like, yo, dude, what's the crowd like? Because last night I had a horrible experience. He asked me where I went, and he was like, he's like, that's how they are. That's their safety room. I'm like, well, bro, they should goddamn paint the street a rainbow and whatever. I mean, I don't care if someone's gay or not. Like, that has nothing to do with me. And me just telling jokes is just me telling jokes. I didn't say anything offensive. I did like, my hair looks like California, but my voice sounds like I'd fuck a cousin. Dead room. I'm like, oh shit. Go into some of my prison material, which I know is my go-tos. Like, I can always get a crowd that's a little weary. I can sell them on the name offender by bringing up the backstory to why it's that, but just dead. And then the next night, crushed, killed the room. Host loved me. It was like, yo, dude, you're a fucking great comic. None of that was offensive. And so I got booked in New York, Atlanta, Albuquerque, Washington, several other places, like actual bookings. People are like, yo, please hit us up. Tell us what you need when you're available. So that's looking up on that. Just got back to Austin. This apartment, by the way, 6 months, baby, paid for.
Dude,
pretty sick.
Yeah.
You've been killing it, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself, dude. I mean, everybody's got their own path and journey to comedy and stuff. And it's like, it is funny to me when people ask me, oh, like, how long have you been doing comedy? And though I'm in less than a year, I was in prison 5 years ago, dreaming of this day, practicing every day, trying to get all of the little details in play to where I could make this move. And then in less than a year, I went from living on my bus, being somebody that no one knew, to where now when I was in Skankfest, I mean, there was one really cool moment where these 2 guys that saw me from Nashville, and they heard me do my set at Nashville, like after the show let out and it was raining, and they were like, oh, you didn't get picked. We wish we would have heard you on KT. Will you do your minute? These 2 guys were there, and they're like, we still have the recording of it. And they were like, we're so happy to see you. And as they're talking to me, Greg Fitzsimmons walked by, and they're like, bro, can we get a picture with you? They were talking to me. Greg thought he was talking to them. And for me, that's nice because Greg shit on me last time I was on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Oh,
I fucking love that moment. That was
shit.
right.
I remember now. Fuck.
Yeah. Damn. It's the circle of life, man.
Yeah. And then obviously the Skank fight, fucking people went crazy. I mean, they were really pumped. And hopefully, if Tolu's there next year, man, we'll see if he stays the champ. I'm telling you though, I'm a beast. He didn't think I was serious. He told me, he's like, I fucking underestimated you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're quick. That's your thing, is you were super quick.
Well, bro, I was only on 3 hours of sleep, dude. Motherfucker had to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you had to go take a nap.
I was partying with Holtzman at the strip club. By the way, pretty sure there was some transgender strippers in there. Kind of feel like that's fucking not okay. Like, I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but you should have a sign.
No. All are welcome.
No, dude, they didn't have no top surgery. They were just...
Oh, they're just flat-chested dicks? Yeah, nah, there should be a sign for that.
Yeah,
We at least need some titties.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not judging. I mean, it is what it is, but they kept asking me if I want to dance. I said, bitch, I ain't in prison no more.
Listen, I got 4 words for you. America's Next Top Model.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, man, but that's kind of the big things. I just got back 2 days ago, and I just moved in yesterday to this place. I'm still kind of winding down from fucking months of working my ass off to get to this point. Skankfest, though, was such a legendary experience. I know that Freddie and the 2 people that's kind of like his bosses all said that they're going to request that next year I come back, but not as a volunteer and as an artist. So I'm going to do everything in my power this year, right now, today's date. Like, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to grind. You guys know, dude. If I say I'm going to do it,
yeah,
it's going to happen. I mean, that's how my life works out. But I try to dedicate my time and my mind and what I really am focused in on this. So I feel like this is the next step in the evolution of my progress and becoming a great comedian. And people like Mike Eaton are people I want to start talking to, people like Christy and Yoni. And I'm really going to start doing my due diligence to start networking and listening to the advice that people like that have to give,
That's pretty much what I'm doing here, man. Like, of course, I'm just going to stick to the podcasting side of things, but it's all some sort of art form. It's like you want to try to perfect your craft as much as possible. So yeah, I agree with listening to people like Mike and Christy, Yoni, all that. And then I think you saw I shouted you out a bunch of times when they were on. I was trying to get that offender name stuck in their head. And then I also told them that you would help them out any chance that they needed. So hopefully you can be a part of it.
I hit them up too, and I thanked them for doing the interview with us, and I just told them we really enjoyed having them, and that honestly, like I even like just as friends would love to get to meet like that. Like comedy, it's great to have comedy have professionally minded people, and with the way that I make decisions and move, like that's kind of where I'm at. Like now that I have this paid for, like I want to hit the road. I know that's crazy, but I have a place. I have a place that's paid for that I don't have to worry about nobody breaking into and stealing my shit. So now I can go hit the road, and it's like, I mean, shit, it's paid for. I don't have to fucking sit here and make the money. I can go make the money on the road.
Yeah. Also, I would like to give a very special shout out because behind the scenes, you probably don't know. But first, I'd like to shout her out, Blazing Nana, because I just had a package shipped to her today with shirts in it for Christy and Yoni. So they're going to be getting their Comedy Writers Guild shirts here within the next day. And then also while you were gone, like she hit me up one time and she was like, I can't get offender. It was right after you left for Skankfest. I guess you left the window down in the van.
Yeah.
So she held it down and gave you a place to like park your van while you were gone or your bus. And then she was like, Harmon, I can't get the window up. She was like, I'm thinking about calling Spencer. And I was like, Spencer's fucking limp-wristed ass isn't going to be able to get that window up. And she was like, oh, Harmon, stop it. She was like laughing at me and everything. And, but yeah,
no,
she
Nana's
was like
a sweetheart, dude. I got home, dude. Very first day, dude. This lady's cooking homemade meatballs,
Yeah. She's awesome,
Like,
man. She's fucking great. And I love, like, you can get a taste of people's character. I don't have to be there with her to see like what her character is. And she's doing
no,
nothing
she's
but
authentic.
supporting you, man. Like
Yeah,
she's great.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it without a community like you guys. You know, hate to get all soft and sweet. You're gonna make me cry, dude. I can't talk.
Nah, man. Like we're always here for you. You know I'm always here for you. I'll do
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
I
yeah. I
can
mean,
from
it's
1,000
just
miles
crazy at
away.
times when you look back. When you
Yeah.
look back at it and you think, God damn, this is what I wanted. Like one of the coolest things about comedy that I used to hear people talk about, and I spent so much time on my own, was the hang, was the friendships. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that that's something that CWG really has helped cultivate, and we keep it together like that. Like even Tolu, when I saw Tolu, man, I mean, I bought 2 of his shirts at the festival, and and when he said he didn't have a partner to go against, I was like, yeah, let's go, dude. I'll fucking get in there with you, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then Lewis changed it all up. So we'll have to wait till next year to see what happens there.
Yeah.
And I think that this next year should be pretty interesting as far as comedy goes.
Yeah, for sure, man. A lot to look forward to. And think about it. Just like 2 years ago, man, you and I FaceTiming for like 3 hours just talking about
Yeah.
comedy, you know? Actually, it started off with you sending me your rap. You were like, "Yo, William, you want to hear this Kill Tony rap?" I was like, "I'm not William, but sure." You were like, "Fuck it, you're the next best thing. Check it out." And then I was just getting message after message after message. I was like, how fucking long is this rap?" And I listened to all of it. I remember I was sitting with my son. My son was sleeping on my chest, and I'm like listening to the rap like this. And I'm like, "Oh shit, this guy's serious." And
Yeah.
then you and I ended up FaceTiming for like 3 hours, and we've been friends ever since, man. It's been a fucking awesome journey to see you on, man.
All right. Looks like my service is cutting out.
A little bit. We
Bullshit.
can still hear you.
Oh no.
Well, maybe not.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, this is my vision board right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm taking in next year as an artist, dude. So I'm gonna start writing a lot more, a lot heavier. Start doing some bigger showcases. Definitely starting to record all audios. I loved what Mike said about that.
Yeah.
You know, the video is not as important. It's the audio that you need.
Well, we were getting conflicting stories, but you got to think about it. So Christy and Yoni talked about how important it was to have video so that you can watch your mannerisms and everything. But you also have to think they're a production crew. So
Yeah.
of course they're going to think that is important, which
Well,
I think
can
it is
see
important.
where it is, and where you have places where the lighting is really good and stuff. But I mean, I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm not on Mike's level yet, so I'm down in the open mic gutter valley, fucking shadows of death and fucking desperation, and sometimes it's just rowdy ass bar shows and super chaotic. There's not even a real flow to things. Sometimes it's good. Depends on who's running the production and then where it's at.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I think if you're like recording your own set, like not every video needs to be like, clippable, something that you can make viral on Instagram. Sometimes you just do it so you can play it back to yourself, and if the video quality sucks,
Yeah.
it sucks. You get what you can out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, audios are a much smaller file size. You can actually fit that on your phone.
True.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, big things, man. Glad to see you doing well, and you'll continue doing well. And I can't wait to see what we're going to be talking about in November 2026.
Hey, you know what though? I just thought of something. I missed the sign-ups for the fucking roast.
Well, you were super busy, so me and Travis aren't even in it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be in the roast?
I mean, yeah.
All right, you want to go against Travis?
We already did that.
I was gonna call out Shane, but is Shane going?
No,
somebody?
Shane is the.
Me and Travis have already done a roast.
I know, and you fucking blocked his joke with your mask. Yeah, Travis is still pissed about that.
Pretty funny. I know.
It's all right. There'll be other chances.
That was the maddest I ever
It
saw
was
Travis.
genius, though. That was his picture. That was a fucking
That was pretty
genius
funny.
turnaround.
I had a great appreciation for that. I feel like the next time you and I do a roast battle, it should be in person.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna see is if I can find a comedian here in town that will do it in person, and then we could film it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just to let
You know what I mean? Like,
there's 12 people in here now. Just to let people know, I'm not in the roast battle, but I am, right? So you guys stuck around so you can sit here and learn this. I'm gonna try to get a big person on the podcast. I'm working towards getting somebody who everybody's gonna know, and I'm gonna roast battle them. So that's like gonna
I
be the
already
grand
know who it
finale.
is. I already know who it is.
I'm not
You
sure
think
you
so?
do.
I don't think
He
you do.
better, dude. He better, dude.
We'll see.
He better. You tell him he better, or I'm gonna blow up his spot where he films that fucking podcast. I'm gonna swat him while he's there fishing at the pier. I know exactly where he's at.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, I think you're on the right track, but that's my second choice. If my first doesn't come through, that's
Oh,
my
okay.
second choice.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Uncle Laser, dude.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, after I won my fight, he was the first one to come up to me, be like, "Man, you're an assassin. That was goddamn. That was incredible. You got any tips?"
Yeah.
Dude,
And he did good,
did
man. He
well.
went up
He
against a
handled
beast.
his own, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did, dude. And that man had been partying all weekend. You take one of them liver shots like that, have that much alcohol and potential other things, like forget how to breathe, dude.
Yeah, bro. It's hard taking
I will
liver
say,
shots with hepatitis C.
yeah. I will say he's got an ugly body though, dude. He looks like a little fat toad. I hate to be mean, but goddamn, some smoking hot chick was like, "I kind of think he's cute." I was like, "Gross."
Yeah, he looks like if you put a pair of pants on a frog and stood it up.
Anything. Yeah, but he's actually a very nice guy. There were several people that were fucking extremely awesome. Dave Attell, super cool. Mark Norman, pleasure. You know, several of them were just really cool. Unfortunately, I will say that a lot of people said that Tony was a dick.
Yeah, that's what I heard from like everybody.
Yeah, I saw him. I dropped off a bucket of beer to Shane and was like, "Here you go, Mr. Gillis," and I like came right up from behind Tony, which you would think he would like, but
Yeah.
I was in the orange jumpsuit. He like double took, and I was like, "What's up, man? Nice to see you." And I just walked away. I didn't do the whole, "Oh, fucking, you know who else is really nice?" God damn it, I'm gonna blank on his name right now. Who's the old boy that used to be in the stand up on the spot guy? Who's the stand up on the spot guy?
Oh, Jeremiah Watkins?
Watkins.
Yeah.
Fucking super nice.
Oh yeah, he's great, dude.
Yeah. I tried complimenting him about his poster, and he was pissed. He did not like that compliment.
Why?
About his what now?
If you, because it's him in a bathroom about to suck a voodoo dog's rope dick through a glory hole.
But that's his poster, right?
He's like, really? He's like, everyone else has a cool fucking poster, and I'm the only one about to suck this voodoo doll's dick.
I like it.
I thought it was cool, and it would fit him. I mean, damn.
Oh, Luke Hokenberg is actually in the chat. He's the one that you took the picture.
Oh, that
with.
guy's fucking cool as shit, dude.
Yeah, he took a picture with you in the Comedy Writers Guild shirt. He's actually
Yeah,
in the
at the strip
roast
club.
too. He's in the roast.
Oh,
battle.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, regardless, I'll still always be watching and supporting. Good luck to everybody. I would take whatever fucking Mike said today. I think that's really great that you paired that with the release of the roast battle and then having a guy that's a champ in the roast battle leagues. Like, you know, it's a solid advice.
Yeah.
You know, try to have fun, but I say that jokes should be at least 30%. They should be 50% true, 30% hateful, and then the rest bit will be the funny.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Good roast show cuts deep.
Yeah. All right. Luke Hokenberg is saying Chris D'Elia is a sweetheart. Never did anything wrong. Investigate Jeremiah Watkins. That's funny.
All right. Gentlemen, I'm out of here for tonight. CWG all the way, baby.
Love you, brother.
Fuck bitches, get funny.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Also, by the way, look, I got a fuck. Yeah, Travis, you're fat to fit in your fucking shirt.
I know.
You fat fucking bitch.
Audience, don't you forget it either. Shame me, harass me, give me your worst. I need it.
Yeah. Also, we have new shirts, guys. Family friendly ones. I'll be wearing it next week on the podcast because I couldn't send out a shirt to Yoni and Christy that said "fuck bitches get funny." So instead, it's not just the red background. It's like curtains in the background, and it says "Partners in Punchlines." So, yeah, it's a nice family friendly shirt that I can finally wear around my niece who can actually read now because she's old enough. Because I can't wear these to any events. So we have those shirts. And then also, guys, I wanted to do this at the end for when the people who have been here since the beginning. I'd like to put out there because right now, with like the editing stuff that I use and with everything that I use with Comedy Writers Guild, I'm paying close to $200 every month or so to have everything running so that I can edit clips and do all this stuff. If you guys would like to, we don't force you to do anything, but give me all your fucking money. No, you can set something up in PayPal to where you can do like a monthly donation. If you guys want to do like a $5 donation, it would like really help out. If I could get it to where I'm not paying anything for Comedy Writers Guild, that's where I'm trying to get, and that would be super dope. So I'll post that or just ask me about it. I don't really want to post it. I don't want to seem like that kind of guy. But I am just trying to get at like not spending any money on this. And if you want to help Travis out too, I'm sure he'll put something, put his fucking whatever he's got going on out there.
That would definitely be lovely, but I'll be fully upfront about it. I don't really pay anything to keep CWG running. I would mainly just be paying my bills so I can maintain the roof over my head in which contains CWG.
There you go. I mean, that's all part of it. That is all part of it. Yeah, you guys have helped out so much. The camera that I'm using, well, I bought this microphone. The computer that I'm using, part of the money for the monitor that I'm using. Like you guys helped out so much. Oh, this fucking me being able to possibly contact Brian Redband. It just helps out, man. And I really appreciate you guys. We've come a long way. So if you'd like to donate, cool. If not, cool. Just putting it out there. But I love you guys. Hopefully you come back next week. Same time, same place. Travis, you have anything you want to say?
Yes. Once again, Power Sauce, formerly known as the Vibecast, is offline until Christmas. We're going to do a Christmas special. Well, probably a Christmas Eve special, given that Christmas is Thursday and that's CWG. But anyway, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, check out Higher Consciousness, Lower Standards. That is Kyle's podcast. And also, do not forget to call me a fat little fatty pig boy until I can get down to at least 170. But yeah. And drink Topo Chico. Topo Chico. Bitches on your dick.
Yeah, and I am trying to pull up for you guys right now because I forget who it is to let you know who is going to be the guest for next week. And I don't have that available. Don't know where it is, don't know where it went, but we do have somebody next week. So tune in, see who that is. Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for coming around, watching Comedy Writers Guild. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Could you call them a bunch of cocksuckers for me?
They're all a bunch of cocksuckers, but they did a great job tonight.
That's right.
I love you.
You
brother.
did a great job. Love you, Joey.